As famed dungeon master Keon said, after the party rolled a natural 20 against a tabaxi, crit it now, crit it good, crit that pussy like you know it should. My neck, my back, crit my pussy and my crack. It's episode 69. Next,
So
yeah,
upsetting.
Construct.
Like any of that.
Hey, welcome
That's
to.
his best one.
Thanks. It is. It's like Marmite. That opening and giving head on both sides. People love it or hate it. Me, I'm all for it. But you can make up your mind about the other guys as the show goes on. Hey, welcome to Homebrew, the show where we avoid the crushing dullness of everyday life using our two favorite things: licking pussy and playing Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, we're the bad boys
I
at
hate
tabletop.
this. I hate it all. Oh.
Eating some sweet,
That's very,
sweet.
very blue.
Yeah. Welcome to episode 69. We are Homebrew. Hopefully it's your first episode.
Yeah. Oh man, there's some people in the chat that are not happy already by this.
They love it. They're here for it. Welcome to Homebrew. We drink alcoholic brews or sometimes some non-alcoholic brews and we use it to inspire the world of Dungeons & Dragons that we play in. Anything from spells to characters to places to lick out technique. Yeah, I call this one the juicy magic mist.
I left for like half an hour and you've turned him into this corrupt, lecherous fucking scum. You've been hanging out with that Tony Cantwell boy, haven't you? That's what you've been doing.
I've been me and Salacious Crumb, which is a call I call TC, Tony Cantwell. I've been hanging out. He's been teaching me his ways.
I missed a couple of weeks.
Yeah. And everything.
Oh yeah, no,
blue.
it's all blue now. Yeah. We've decided. Yeah, we're also opening.
I can be blue.
We're also opening an OnlyFans as well.
Singing,
just the boys of
Bad boys at tabletop.
Homebrew, we should go into live streaming only on OnlyFans. Do they do live? Of course they do. I've never really considered it.
Have you considered live streams, guys? Interacting?
It goes strictly against our model of soundness, where we give away all our sweet techniques for free. People don't have to pay for this stuff.
You're just transitioning. This is the long game. We were always like, we'll get to episode 69, and then we'll transition across. It's OnlyFans is where all the live streaming's happening. It's not Twitch anymore.
Most of the internet is that kind of stuff. So I just figure we're in the wrong place. There's a bigger audience for porn, so why not?
We're fans. I mean, it doesn't have to be all porn. We're fans. It's for fans.
The other half will be
fans of D&D.
Tabletop role-playing it.
Yeah, that'll be the other side of it.
Yeah, that's the only OnlyFans is only D&D.
This is the weirdest cold open we've ever done.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Can we get into the rest of the stuff?
Issues,
please.
Now let's describe more of our business plan for the future.
Yeah. It's a pyramid scheme, and by that I mean like this.
Yeah.
I won't go further out.
A pyramid of 69.
No, I don't like this.
Lindsay has asked me to end the stream. I have no control over this. Wes is currently running
I
the
don't
show.
want to do what she says, because I want this to end. But I know Ben will still be on the call, so the fact that everyone else has to endure it actually gives me a little bit of solace. So unfortunately,
your sentences, general demeanor, and everything about you says no, but your mustache says yes, Wes. So.
I didn't grow this thing to stay in front of the camera.
Yeah. I want to say hello, Tom. Thanks for joining us for your first episode to be this.
Welcome and apologies.
We have to apologize twice because this episode is sort of a two-parter and we don't have a recap for you, Tom. So you're kind of straight in, no kissing. So we'll see how it goes from there. But to get you into the show proper, to our usual top of the house housekeeping, and we usually introduce the beers we're cracking open and drinking. If you are drinking along in chat in a place we call the sidebar, let us know what you're drinking, and we'll be able to dip into those brews as well during the game. If you're watching after the fact, if you're watching the VODs and you're drinking under the table, comment down below, and we might be able to use them in future episodes. But to introduce you to my first beer, it's a beer called Dark Matter by, I think it's either B-O-R-L-O or Burlo, but I don't know how you pronounce it. But they're a Berlin-based
I like Burlo.
brewery, and Burlow. Yeah, Burlow's also a nice name, so I'm gonna write it down.
Sounds like someone who's
option.
trying to sound fancy about drinking wine and they misheard Merlot, and it's just too late to correct. It's like it's a Burlow, I think. Yeah, it's good.
Can I get a Pinot Grigis and a Burlow?
A Merlot, please.
Yeah, like a doublet. The sheet's so fancy they renamed it to sell more. But going around the overlay,
like a Brillo pad. I don't actually know.
Yeah, let's go, Wes. Wes, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking Birra Moretti because why not? It's everywhere in Ireland now, and I'm okay with that. And also, I wanted something light because I'm just back from 2 weddings, and I've got more drinking in my future, and then another wedding the next week. So why go heavy? And also, I think it's the first time I'm actually using it on stream. I'm drinking from my Arlington mug, my homebrew Stein.
Oh, nice.
Because I saw it in the press, and I was like, I don't think I've ever actually used this on stream. If I have, it's only been once. So I'm considering this its christening.
Well, lovely. Well, thanks for bringing it on. Working our way around, down from Wes, we have Keelan. Keelan, what do you have today?
I am drinking, and I think I showed it off before, but I never drank it. It's called an Ermagerd Slurshie.
Ermagerd.
Delicious memes.
That's what it's called. Yeah, raspberry limeade sour fruited slushy. It's unpasteurized, which I find strange, and it seems to have real fruit in it. It seems to be a slushy as well as a beer. That's their claim. It's actually,
I would love if on the side of the can it said
really
it seems to have real fruit, and that was like their claim. I can't believe it's not fruit.
They call it heavily fruited sour made with real fruit.
Oh, of course, the secret ingredient.
And it says to always keep cold, and I've had it outside of a fridge for about 2 months. And it's unpasteurized when it was real fruit, but it's in a can. But the can itself was a little squishy without being open. So there's a lot that could go wrong here.
I can't wait to get a message tomorrow, and Keelan's just like, yeah, that's squishy, really.
And it'll be difficult to tell if my problem is because this is a blood red drink.
Squishy can of blood goes down smooth.
But I mean, it tastes nice. I have to say, very good American sour. So there you go. I don't know. Ermagerd Slurshie could be quite fun. Calling someone Ermagerd.
That is a good bad guy name.
Yes, Ermagerd and Slurshie.
Yeah.
Keelan, I'll warn you. You do a reverse neighbor from Tool Time when you lean forward, and that we only get the bottom half of your face.
That sounds like a Wes. That sounds like a Wes problem.
Nah.
There, you have all the headroom in the world now.
That's my fault. I knew about
you lean forward. You don't mind that. You don't mind that nasty dungeon master. Well, not that far, obviously.
And to round us out, I did see Isaac. Thanks for sending in some Founders All Day, some All Day Vacay, and the classic plain bubbly water, the PBWs of the worlds. Because we do nothing if not drink responsibly, collectively with the sidebar / our little snug friends over here. And Paul, what do you have?
Well, I just want to call out that Tom, first time viewer, is drinking Kraken.
Rum
so
boy.
already one of my favorites.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Is Tom really just secretly you, Paul? Are you just going into the like,
no.
What? It's my favorite. I love Kraken.
No, because it's literally Seabass T is mine. I'm already in there. I'm already doing that.
Sure.
So I'm going to be drinking Lambs, which is again, which was still deliciously weird, even though it's like €20 rum.
€20? Didn't know the sold actually.
Definitely. I know, it's ridiculous. And then of course a Fireball, just in case we need an extra Fireball. Coke, and also just some water as well, just in case.
Nice.
Kind of things. Oh, I do have.
Yes.
Which actually is very kind of thing. I do have some things from Dakota Irish, which is Pot Urns, which is actually Prosecco flavors, kind of thing, which have been very, very nice, but there's just not enough of them, kind of thing. And then I also got some new dice, which is Dwarven Gold dice. I don't know if you can see that.
Very nice.
They're metal as well. So
Look at them. Were they in your mystery bag, or do we still have that to... Hey,
Ooh,
let's
you
go
haven't
straight
opened it
into
yet.
it.
Mystery bag.
Mystery
Welcome to
bag.
this live
What a
unboxing.
mystery bag. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look into my TED
Tom,
talk.
just so you know, we're an
Mhm.
unboxing D&D show. That's all we do. We make blue jokes and we unbox things.
Oh, I didn't know I got 2 in them. Oh,
Ooh,
sweet.
nice. Double dipped.
Okay, so I'm gonna take out the D20 because it's always important the D20. That is a nice one. I think there's a skull in it.
Oh,
It's a seashell
that's
one.
kind of like a
It's the
skull of the
seashell
ocean.
one. It's quite nice. I can't.
if you're playing D&D
Yeah.
by the seashore.
Yeah. What I'll do is I'll take photos of these that are better high res and put them into the Discord. There is another group which is actually probably going to be easier to. Red Dragon Fire, which is a quite nice one as well.
I think they
I didn't
glow in
know-
the dark, but I might be wrong about that. But they do sell glow in the dark dust.
Quick, everyone turn their lights
Oh.
off.
Yes.
Oh wait, that's not how that works.
Might as well think the stream is broken.
Yeah, no, that's the golds, the gold dwarven ones have been ones that I've been wanting a while, and I've always wanted a metal set. Which the seashell ones are really nice actually. I'll put up a photo of on the Discord. I'll put those into
Tom says Paul is the
thing.
reason I'm here.
There.
And I was like, oh, that's nice. Because of the mystery bag and Twitter, so high five. Which is also very nice. But I was like, oh, he's in love.
Oh wow.
Hmm.
And maybe
Like-
should we be an unboxing show?
Yeah,
Well,
it's no need to watch anymore, Tom. We did the thing.
But stay tuned to the
At
end
least.
for the
I need your-
re-unboxing when we send it back.
Yeah.
Well, Tom, the other guys in the snug and know this, but you mightn't. But you can get 10% off at the Dakota Irish store using the promo code. This time it's Hook Yeah! Hook, like our character Huck, and yeah, like the exclamation YEAH. So if you use the promo code Hook Yeah at checkout, you'll get 10% off any dice. And they've also introduced, they're trying out new shipping in Ireland. So if you're in Ireland, Tom, it's 1 to 2 business days. So you can get those dice. If you're playing at the weekend, boom, you'll be dice ready to go. So have a little look at dakotairish.com, have a look around their wares, use Hook Yeah. If it doesn't work, if you type it in and you're like, no, it didn't work, it's probably my fault. So do reach out to me and be like, hey, did you tell Dakota the new code? Because I think that happened a while ago with Dying Light Ale. I know someone was trying to use it in chat. They bought the dice anyway. Great for them. Terrible for our affiliation, I suppose, because it's not associated with us.
Yeah.
So if it doesn't work, put in the comments that we
So
sent
Ben,
you
what
there.
you're saying is much like
we don't get
all
anything
your
for it.
wordplay. It's mostly for you anyway. So I think that's fair.
Yeah, exactly. It's audience of 1, but
Yeah.
100% success rate. So you do the math. I think we've fucked around a little bit as much as we need to up the top of the show. Let's dive straight in. If everyone's feeling, anyone else have any?
Real quick before we get started, I wanted to just convey how excited I am because I haven't played D&D in 78 years. So I'm very excited to get playing tonight. Just wanted to say that up top. So if I'm overly eager or I get through my beers too quickly and I make a complete state of myself, this is your warning.
Fair. I'm going to assume the silence from the other guys.
Sorry, I was trying to put dice into the Discord. I am very excited because last week's one the last session was very cool.
We're going to do
Very
the
much enjoyed
opposite
it,
this time.
so-
And I also have dogs.
Got the fun out of the way. I also didn't catch up on the last stream, which I was going to do before this, and then I realized my character wasn't there. So, an excuse to be lazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's probably better. I'm gonna be pretending that I did.
Yes, 'cause you've seen it.
So, I mean,
So you
I
can
didn't-
feign ignorance,
yeah,
and I
even
can
a
just
good
be
point.
ignorant. Great, perfect.
said- Yeah. I'm gonna let you make all the decisions.
It might be dakotairish.com, just if anyone's listening to
Oh, did I
Wes
put
there
that? I
in the
did
old
put
chat.
.ie. Yes, I did put .ie.
It might redirect. I've never tried. Try both.
Yeah.
Why not? Let's go in. So without further ado, pull up a chair, grab yourself a drink, as we dive into a world where anything is possible, but not always probable. Welcome back to the half realm of Hibernia, the half realm of the Feywild. There's no recap this session because we're pretty much picking up exactly where we left off with Arlington and Huck. So to give you a small reminder of that, the party, Hook's Punks, came out of my notes, which they've called Index, and transported themselves to the southwest portal, this sort of tri-lock in Rua's plan. She has these sort of three locks trying to merge the realms together, which happened to be the one overlapping with the Feywild, and just so happened to be at the exact point in which Hook's family home, given that he is a Puka, is. And at that entrance, it was sort of this half Fey castle, half sort of makeshift wooden, put up in the last week or so, treehouse fort, as it is both the residence of King Puck and Hook's family, and the temporary residence of Arlington's old bandit gang, the Dirty Glitch Boys. And upon arrival, Arlington spotted a sort of very gruesome amputated hand pointing towards the entrance to this house with a recognizable wizard sleeve. It seems to be the hand of Tig McGuinness, Arlington's adoptive father. And flying into an immediate Rheastrad, sort of over-the-top rage, Arlington, you feel your body make a furious twist inside your skin so that your shins and feet switch to the rear and your heels and calves switch to the front. At the same time, all of Hook's Punks, you notice a red comet streak across the sky and almost rip and zip the realms apart, letting the night sky zip through. And one of your eyes, Arlington, kind of gets sucked so deep into your head that a wild crane couldn't poke it out. Even if they tried, but the other one bulges out the side.
I thought you said a wild crane came poking out. I'm like, is there a bird bursting out of my head?
With a mouth weirdly distorted and a cheek peeled back from your jaws until your gullet appears, you roar and rush straight into this household.
Am I the bad guy? Am I a monster? Arlington's already grappled with the fact that he's not a monster, but now it turns out he may actually be a horrific monster.
Monstrous. It's okay that like every knuckle and angle and organ from head to foot shakes like a tree in a flood. That's the. I'm pulling these descriptions, by the way, from like literal passages from the Tom Cunha when it happens to Cucullin. So it's kind of fine when you picture it happening to a monstrous bugbear. To a human man, though, it's terrifying.
Yeah,
so.
That is. Yeah, the gullet and the eyes is particularly upsetting. But yeah, when he's a cute furry Pixar character, that works.
I thought you were literally translating Irish like phrases that I hadn't heard or something like that. It did have that kind of element to it. I was like, is there a phrase?
I picked up a load of Shukra packets and just read the back of them until I found the grossest ones.
Yeah. That's that classic Shukra packet. Your eyes have receded, so not even a wild crane could pluck them out. We Irish, what great sayings.
What a ridiculous people we be.
May the road rise to meet you, and your shins go to the back of your legs, and your heels fly to the front.
The road's a construct.
But anyway, yes, in this Rheastrad, you rush into the house. Huck, you quickly follow, but we will pick it up directly with Arlington. Arlington, you burst through these double doors and you enter a grand hallway with two curving staircases leading up to a landing overhead. You take in, this is more for the benefit of the audience and everyone else here, you're in a vicious rage. You don't have time to admire the decor. But a large gemstone chandelier tinkles above in the light breeze let in from the door. There is a set of double doors at the back of this entrance tray, ground floor, beneath the stairs. And the walls are lined with long tapestries. They sort of shimmer as if weaved from a mosaic of glass. The whole room is sort of bathed in this rainbow of colors, but they are perfectly isolated. Reds into oranges, into greens and blues, and at the back, deep purples. So as you move through, almost like a silhouette against these colors, we get this lovely kaleidoscope. And this red light reflects in your eyes as you hear in unison two bandits unsheath their weapons in front of you. And from the balcony, two more leap down and aim their crossbows directly at you. And at that point, we will roll for initiative. Paul, you're going to play some bandits.
Yeah.
Keelan, do you want to play some bandits?
Why not?
Yeah. I can give you your stats. Arlington, you're going to play yourself, and I will play the mise en scène.
The ballet begins.
I'm gonna be a crap bandit. I rolled a 1 on my initiative.
Nice.
Brilliant.
I got a 7.
And I
The
got a
bandit's- the
17.
bandit's not a halfling, is he? Didn't get a reroll. This is the first one
Okay.
I've rolled on Homebrew. I'm not
How does that feel? How does it feel to be human?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Those two bandits are halflings.
Oh,
yeah. Oh.
Do I, maybe not in my Riastrad state, but do I recognize any of these bandits?
Sure. You see, one of the bandits is called Streech. He's quite lanky. You see Scotty Three Hottie, one better than his
Obviously.
brother. Fionn McStain in school, he's there too. And Bagtag Stevenson.
All right, Keelan, who do you want to play?
Johnny Three Hot? Is that what his name was?
Scotty Three Hottie.
Scotty
Scott.
Three Hottie.
You say Scotty Three Horns.
Yeah.
No, that's his brother, but he's also in the list now. He jumps down from the chandelier. There's 5 that multiplied. Scotty Three Horns is here.
Horns.
Yeah.
Cool.
Are you typing them in live, Wes? Is that what's happening? Or because these guys will
Oh
die
no,
very quickly.
just for
I
my
wouldn't-
because they're funny names, and I just want to write them down in my notes. I'm not putting them on the overlay.
Oh, good. Yeah. They won't live long enough because it's your turn.
Okay.
As you have 3, because Scotty Three Horns also jumped down. 3 bandits in front of you with scimitars and 2 behind with crossbows. For the purpose of this section of the show, Paul and Keelan. Actually, let's just wait until Wes either hits or doesn't hit your AC. That's more exciting. But it will stay the same throughout. And we're going to use the DM's optional rule of cleave. Any damage done, if it reduces the bandit to 0, will carry over to the next bandit, provided that attack would have hit, and so forth and so on. It's in the DMG under rules for hordes.
That's interesting.
It's not a cleave's not an ability anymore. Or anything.
There's another
There's a
one.
feat for it, yeah.
You can use a Great Weapon Master allows you, I think, to attack again, but this is specifically a horde one.
Cool. So who are the 3 in front of me? Screech, Scotty, and
Screech and the 2
Screech and the
Scotties,
2
I'd
Scotties.
say.
You're going down.
uh,
That sounds like.
yeah, I'm gonna. I think in the back of Arlington's head, he's thinking, I should question them. They must know what Papa Tig is. This is important. We've got to keep one alive, hurt the rest, but keep one alive. But he's just gonna scream out, Screech, and go straight for Screech and try and like windmill through them, thinking that he'll get answers that way.
Yeah, you might. Roll an
And
attack.
it's gonna be pretty reckless. So I'm gonna swing with advantage.
Nice.
It's good because it's a nat 1 for the first one. And the second one is much better. That is a 28 to hit.
Let me just check the notes for running the bill bandit. Yeah.
I shouldn't have got him so attached to Screech.
I should clarify. He's Streech. It's
Oh,
stretch. but
Streech,
with
sorry,
the
excuse me.
stretch.
Oh,
Streech. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought we were, bringing back the Saved by the Bell.
No, you're thinking of Does That Beat Your AC Slater, who is on my list.
Yeah.
Shit, that's good. Fuck, that's really good.
Roll your damage.
Damage is max damage for the first roll.
That's also one
So
of
the
them.
sorry, I didn't get it correct. What am I talking about? So that is, it's 17. I don't get any more than a regular rage for the Riastrad, right? Or do I? Where is it?
I don't think so. I think you can't drop out of it.
Yeah.
Um,
Frenzy.
oh, maybe it should give you it. Does it give you an extra dice? I think you had an
it's
extra
a
dice.
Frenzy. I basically get to make. I think I get to make an extra attack as a bonus action. But
That could be it.
let me just double check because I did have that here, and I hate to be the player who doesn't know their fucking abilities, but I can't see it on my sheet. I've got a frenzy thing here, which I presume is that. Yeah, because you added
Yes.
Riastrad to D&D Beyond, so it must be the frenzy thing, which means I can make a single melee weapon attack as a bonus action on each of your turns after this one. So this is my first attack, and I get a second attack out of this action. So I just basically want to see if I kill all 3 of these guys. I'm gonna maybe make a ranged attack against the guys up on the balcony.
Cool.
So yeah, 17 total for this first attack.
Keep rolling, keep attacking, because this is gonna. I can tell you, one of them is already dead. So and some of that HP is knocked over. So
17 for first damage and
like stretch.
Second by stretch, and the second attack is going to be a natural 20 to hit. So
brilliant. This is going very well.
That'll never take down Johnny Three Scotty or whatever his name is.
Scotty 3 Hottie.
Scotty 3 Hottie and Scotty 3 Horns.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry, it's difficult to remember.
Now I get to
just think of Scotty 2 Hottie, the worm-based wrestler.
So that is going to be 17, so 18 for the second attack. So 17, cool. 18, and then I'm gonna. I think I've got one javelin left. Yeah, I'm gonna use that to attack someone else.
Yes, sure. Actually, just roll a regular attack as if you're within melee range.
Okay.
And I'll mise-en-scene it. I know that's not what the word means.
Because I didn't want to correct. So that's 25 to hit for that.
Yeah.
And then the damage is. It's only an LD6, but we rolled a 5. 8 damage for that. Oh, wait, I wasn't adding my rage bonus to all of that. So that's 3 attacks plus my 3 rage. So that's 9. So that's going to be 17, 18, 8. So the total is 20, 21, and 11. 20, 21, 11. So that's 41, 52 damage altogether.
52 damage. At this point in time, and don't worry, guys, there are buckloads more bandits.
No, I've become so invested in this guy.
It's not just 5. There's a lot more. But your AC is 12, just so you know, and your hit points are 11. This is what you have as a regular bandit. As Arlington bursts through the door and is bathed in this red light, a Streech. So you guys are no longer them; they're now in my narrative control. If you survive, one of you will be. So get ready for your
one of us has 3
short-lived term. Yeah. Streech in a stretchy bend comes up to you. Arlington, you take one step back as they swing and just slide through them, almost as if you just stepped forward, but your axe remains for a second and off with his head. You throw your axe down into the ground and run and gore Scotty 3 Hottie into a wall, holding him there with the hand. You call your axe and just step aside at the last minute as it cracks him and pins him. You use it, step up on it, leap into the balcony, pull it up behind you, and slam down, crack, on top of one of these bandits' heads. Let's say that was Fionn Too Cool for School, and as his head peels back like a flower in spring, you see Scotty 3 Horns standing behind, horrified. Oh my god, and he's just trying to put the head back together to like hide himself from your rage. But you throw this body over the balcony and pummel straight into his stomach with a couple of punches, bring your axe back and straight up through his groin, across his head, crack him in half. There is one more not dead yet, not fully dead yet, and you see the reflection in your bloody axe, him running behind you with a scimitar, and with one punch, just poof, smack him without looking. And who remains, if not the 5th guy I mentioned? But he's still there with a crossbow. It's a roll with advantage because you're rolling reckless. So I'll say both of you guys, Kill and Paul, give me a roll, and we'll see if this crossbow bolt hits.
After my all my attacks with the one survivor, I'm gonna look him dead in the eyes and internally think, now I know what you're thinking. Did I make 3 attacks or 2? But it comes out as
Gotta ask yourself.
13.
13?
15.
15. Either of those hit your AC?
13 and 15? No. AC
Yeah.
16, baby.
Damn it.
Nice.
For once, my AC blocks damage. This never happens. It's always my skin.
This last bandit crossbow fires, and you just step aside and go woof, like Toby Maguire realizing that time might move slower than Flash's fist, and step back. They try to reach for the scimitar, but it's just locked in place as it
Toby
is your
Maguire
turn.
in Pleasantville.
Yes. Like Toby Maguire and Seabiscuit, you can
I
run
was
like the wind.
I was trying to figure a Seabiscuit thing, and then I realized I'm rapidly running out of Tobey Maguire films, so I don't know if I can keep that up.
Oh, no, Seabic was the last one.
He's only done 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's my turn. Are there any more bandits? Is that
Well, that one with 3
he's
health is still
Sorry,
alive.
excuse me.
Yeah, it's your turn now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Our abysmal bolt to you was our very weak
Both of our
attack back.
characters tried to survive as that one guy.
Actually, no. You should have. Actually, no. You would have both had advantage on those attacks because I was.
Well, I
yeah,
split the
yeah.
advantage.
That's what each of us
Yeah.
got.
I'm gonna throw the axe. I'm gonna throw the layer skull axe.
Nice.
Which is pretty reckless. So, not a good roll.
Please disappear. Please disappear. Please disappear.
That's 17 to hit. So I think that.
Yeah. You're only aiming for a 12. I think given that it is 3 HP, there's no way.
Literally,
you can roll
if I roll 0, I'll still kill him.
So I'll hand narrative control over to you for this final bandit in this first room.
So I'm gonna throw the axe past him, so it just misses, like lopping maybe a lock of hair off, and then maybe as it kind of like loses momentum, I'm gonna like put my hand out and try and recall the axe. And I'm willing to have this attack fuck up if my recall doesn't work, but I want to try and pull it back through him.
Yeah, sure. What's nice is that I've been pulling it back and forth for you as the narrative, but this time, because you're doing it, you have to roll. As the DM, I get to decide. Give me a... this has been religion up until now, but your god is dead. So I'm willing to hand stat control over to you as a player. If you want to tell me how, with no deity or divinity to pray to, what force of power is it that brings us back to you?
I want to say persuasion, but I have a -1 to that. Yeah.
Here, boy. Here, boy.
Like,
come on, pick me.
Oh, hang on. Fuck, my intimidation is off as well. I want to like scream with the axe and bring it back. Oh, Christ.
You can pick a new stat every time. This
Okay,
is not to lock you in.
All the ones that are narratively satisfying are worse than religion. Hey, how does sleight of hand make sense? No, fuck. Okay, animal handling. Animal handling. I'm gonna like command this wild axe animal to return to me. So I'm gonna stick a shield.
Yes.
Ooh. Not 20. 24
Nice.
on total.
That was literally as I was writing down, let's make the DC 20. I was like, burn it.
You would have been right to do it.
Yeah.
That means I literally would have failed if I picked either of the stats I wanted to use.
Brilliant. Yeah, it comes straight through. Where are we thinking? Head, shoulders, knees, toes?
Chest.
Like just right to like buzzsaw.
Through the chest. Through the sternum.
Yeah. Let's give him an alien chest
as hard
burster
as possible.
situation.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. It pulls this bandit a little bit closer to you before they just crumple apart a pile of fleshy plot. That's all they are to us now.
This was to be my last hurrah.
One more day until bandit retirement.
I was worried you were going to start humanizing these guys.
That's my job. And Paul's
well, we've got...
Yeah. We'll do that for you. We'll make you feel guilty.
They've all got horrible backstories. I just have to kill them before they can tell me about them.
Wait, I've got to...
Yeah. My 2 kids.
That guy's got a hospital band on his wrist. I've got to kill him before he can open his mouth. I'm sure it's a terrible backstory.
Yeah. This guy's called Madik. Madik. Arlington, you're still in initiative, but there's no more bandits in this room. You see these 2 doors in front of you on the upper level, but there's also the 2 doors below on the lower level.
I'm gonna, as per Tom in chat's recommendation, I'm going to pet the axe and nuzzle it as my animal familiar as far as Rio Strata Arlington understands, and make my way up to the top floor. I'm thinking that
Nice.
Law Vogue is going to have a taste for the theatric, and probably that's a bit more of a dramatic location.
That is very fair. As you almost go to reach for that handle, or no, you wouldn't do that. You almost go to kick down the fucking door.
I'm gonna try and do the
lift your foot
opposite of
off.
The Shining. I'm gonna try and like bash a hole in the door with my face and then stick the axe through.
Here's Lerskull.
It's Arlie.
All slaughter, and all slaughter makes Arlington slaughter, 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 slaughter. It's painted in the walls around you. You go to smash down this door, and you just hear this kind of as if 100 feet / 50 people are rushing down some stairs. And as you smash down this door, you realize that you are in front of a sort of spiral staircase situation leading upwards, as this torrent of noise is coming down towards you. The first two you see are, well, you'd know this. You used to be friends back when you were in this gang. You know these two. The Wolfman. The Wolfman is this animal handling beastmaster with 5 wolves on a leash in front of him, and they're all snarling. And behind him is the man wolf, a wolf-like lycanthrope with 5 human men on leashes.
Let me loose, Daddy. Let me loose.
As these 10 bandits are in front of you. Wolfman and man wolf, they are now yours to control. You're slightly beefier than your average bandit, but I'll let you know your stats as you keep going. And anything you can imagine they do, they can. But we will keep your initiative going. So after Arlington's turn, we're up to Paul. Paul, are you man wolf or wolfman?
Keaton, which one do you want to be?
Man wolf.
Not a
Man
moment
wolf.
of hesitation.
So you with the men.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
have-
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. So I guess he's gonna. I hope the wolves have stop blocks as well. I think he's gonna release the wolves and he's gonna be like, go for the legs, to try and mobilize this horrible monster that's suddenly just burst through the doors and
Nice.
obviously killed his favorite stretch friend.
Screech!
Yes.
Like even though he's dead now, whenever someone
Why
says
did
his
you
name, it's like an
kill
echo on the
Screech?
wind.
Paul, I need you to roll. It's 10 d20, but I want you to roll them in sets of 2. It's 5 attacks for the wolves with advantage. While you're doing that, just let me know. Arlington, what's your
16.
AC? 16. Let me know if any of those sets in 2 get above 16. What you're adding to it is just a +2 for the wolves. While you're doing all that math, Keelan, as man wolf, you've got 5 men on leash, and you are a lycanthrope werewolf kind of character. What would you like to do?
Yes. Also release the 5. Release my pretties.
Yeah, nice.
Hopefully they're rabid and they can just. Are they claw at him? Are they claw and bite?
Sure, yeah, you can absolutely. Yeah,
For
they
the
can go to
arms,
classic.
I yell. Go for the arms. They're taller, so they can reach his arms.
Give me 5. Let's call these grapple checks.
Okay. Yeah.
So roll 5 d20s, but you don't have to do it with advantage, because the wolves are essentially kind of taking up that flanking position and all the reckless stuff.
These guys are all diving at him to grapple him to pin his arms.
Yes.
Yeah.
Arlington, I also want you to roll 5 d20s.
Just straight d20s.
Just straight d20s, probably plus your athletics. Actually, no. Give me a 1d20 plus your athletics, and we're going to make up the DC
So
for this roll.
no proficiency, obviously.
Whatever. Yeah, you're proficient in grappling when you're raging and all that kind of stuff, right? Yeah, they're trying to pin you down, and I don't know barbarians enough to know if they have like unpinnable
When raging, I have advantage on strength checks.
abilities. All right, then give me 2 and take the higher one.
Okay, but I'm really good at this, and the first roll is a crit. So that's going to be a DC of 31.
No.
What did you roll?
The
Keelan,
best I
yeah.
rolled was a 19. Everything else is under the 16 that I thought I was going for.
Right.
So-
Now,
Yes, yeah, which was
I'm
good.
okay
That's,
avoiding that crit because I feel like it's a bit unfair because it's not necessarily fun. The second roll is 19, which is still difficult, but achievable. 31.
I don't
Okay.
think so. The dice are the lords here. Paul, your attacks, just so we can get some damage in.
There's 2 normal attacks and 1 crit. I don't know if he crits.
Yeah, they do. Just roll me 4d6. That's going to be the 2 normal attacks plus a critted attack.
Okay.
As this is happening, these 5 men, Arlington, jump on top of you, try to dogpile, which is ironic given that there are other dogs here. And they, for narrative reasons, have you pinned down. But you, in this little kind of igloo of people, know you're fucking seconds away from Superman and them. Like,
I'm just waiting till enough of them pile on.
Yeah, to make it dramatically satisfying.
I'm just waiting. They'll all come within melee range, and then I just have to do 1 attack.
The only person who beat me is Manuel.
You're damn straight.
I got 18 altogether.
Damage,
18 damage.
2, 2, 2, 2. What's that? 8. So because I'm just gonna add +2 to those.
26.
Actually no, just plus 1 to those. So 22. 22 damage, halved because you're raging. So 11 damage to you, Arlington.
I don't think. Yeah, I wasn't at full health before this because I'm at 78 health now. So that's good to know. Sorry, what was the total? 11? No.
Yeah.
11. Yeah.
It's real funny because Ben was just like, yeah, I'm gonna let you use bandits. You can do some other things, and I was just like furiously looking at bandit tactics that like could possibly actually stop, or to just not kill him, but like actually give him a challenge and stuff like this.
By all means, jump in with like I'll give you both like 10 bandits that you can use at your leisure whenever you want, like a legendary action, like a rare action. You can just bring them in, use them at your will.
Guys, hold up for 2 seconds. I think we're getting a bit stuttery. I think. Oh no, we're okay.
I've already decided.
I think it needed to even out on stream. It's looking laggy. Are we back? I don't think we dropped.
After a bit laggy, I think.
I think it's evening out. Yes, I think we're evening out.
Nice. Wonderful.
Yeah, we're back. We're good. We'll find out.
Which could, so it was just to give us some content for 30 seconds so we don't come back and just have us all sitting there. Ben was like, you need to figure out what you're going to do with these bandits. And I was just like, coming up with names. But Ben, of course, is just the master of names, so.
Oh, we've got, there's more bandits than there are names, is the unfortunate thing. So there's going to be bandits. That's where Beer Magic will come in, and anyone else who wants to name some bandits, by all means, chat. It's open to you too. So there's definitely more there. We never left, so it's just the video, just the same.
Perfect.
So, well, thanks for sticking with us, guys. So Arlington, you take 11 damage. It mightn't seem like much, but it's enough to take a husband away from his wife. But that I mean Streech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wolfman.
Streech arenas.
Oh.
How could
if only they hadn't been attacking my arms. My weak point.
So these wolves are all growling, biting in on your ankles. Not all of them are breaking skin, but a few of them do draw a little bit of blood as these men dive on top. Outside of your turn, Arlington, whenever you want, you can just bump them out. You know what I'm talking about.
Bomb,
Neo with the agents. Yeah. You can do an old horde bomb, but it is your turn.
I'm actually gonna start grabbing wolves and throwing them at Manwolf. Wait, is Manwolf in the pile?
Oh, Manwolf and Wolfman had stayed back.
I'm gonna start throwing wolves at Manwolf.
Oh, and men and Wolfman. Oh no!
I know that's his weakness.
How dare you?
My only weakness.
Not wolves.
Let's start making some. We'll just do the best way to do it is do an opposed grapple check. But if you win, Arlington, I'll let you roll damage as if you've hit all of them, and we'll see if the damage. That's how many wolves by HP you can lob in one go.
And I will have advantage on. No, strength saves, not checks, actually. Hang on. Let me.
I thought you had also
Advantage
strength
on
checks.
checks and saves. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So give me and Paul, just roll a d20. I'll let you know a wolf's strength now in a second.
How strong is a wolf?
Presumably he's
Ooh.
like a wolf.
That's a good roll. Good roll.
A dirty 20.
Yeah, wouldn't it be the men at me and the wolves as Keelan?
But Paul, you control the wolves, right?
I want
Yes.
to. Yeah, I want
So
to.
that's
I
why
want
I'm
to throw
getting you
the
to roll.
opposite
Okay.
at whoever.
Yeah.
Okay. I got a 16.
Not enough. Because you only have a +1, unfortunately, on your strength. So, Arlington, give me, I suppose, like, how many attacks can you do in turn? 3? Are you planning to use your
With my
bonus action for anything?
Yeah, it'll be 3 attacks. Hang on. How many wolves and men are there?
10 in total.
So I can do 3, and if I action surge, another 2. So I'm just gonna say I'm gonna action surge. Which
Okay.
I will toggle off. So yeah, 5 attacks altogether. Oh wait, no, I get an extra
Nice.
bonus from action surge. I think I do.
I think just
One
an extra
additional
action.
Yes, just an action.
Which is the thing you're...
So 5 attacks.
Yeah. Nice. Roll me 5 attacks, and let's see how many wolves you
What am I?
shoot forward. They also have a HP of 11.
wolves.
This is just going to be d20s plus strength, or?
Yes.
I
Or no, yeah, damage. I'm just going to count it as a... Yeah.
All right.
raised them from pups that I found on the side of the road. Yeah. Now you feel bad,
Do a little actually.
monster.
So that's.
I had to give up loads of pups by the side of the road in order to be here.
Just
This is,
my
these
children.
this
babies
is our
I
meat
found.
cute. So it's going to be.
To answer your question, Lindsay, they're part of the same crew to keep each other safe. If they're the young.
Oh, faster. It's 17 for the second. Sorry, these are all at advantage.
That's okay. As you're tallying up, we know it's going to be at least one, maybe 30 to 50 wolves. We'll figure that out. But I'll start describing at least from the one. So Arlington, with these men still around you, you manage to, because they're, unless you've bumped them off, they're still on top of you. You're with your long bugberry arms, which has a reach of 10 feet, I think, just grabbing wolves out by the scruff and like shuffle boarding them up the stairs towards Man Wolf. The one thing he can't stand as these flying wolves who all they've been told is attack. And to be honest, since the day they were born, they've wanted nothing else but to take down Man Wolf.
Filthy wolves! Get out of here!
As wolf after wolf are being thrown up these stairs, they latch on, and like a bundle of a piece of dirt that just picks up debris as it travels, they begin to bowling ball down towards you. You're almost certain you heard several necks crack, but maybe there could have been some pussies or some backs.
I thought we'd escaped it, but we're still blue. Okay. Do I get to add rage to these? Cool.
Yeah.
Then it is a total of 89 damage.
That's not only the wolves, but that is a significant amount of the men. As all 5 wolves are thrown at Man Wolf, instantly devouring him, and for the purpose of keeping at least the precious animals safe, they flee out the building.
That was kind of my I really didn't want to attack
Yes,
the dog.
they survive.
I laugh at him. I laugh at him, like, this is why you don't bring wolves to a man fight.
And at the same time, you see some of your men as Arlington just hulks out and grabs them midair. He's grabbing appendages anywhere he can. He's like spinning 2 both around and launching them at the Wolfman, who, as we all know, wolves at least have the stomach to fit an entire granny inside, still alive.
Plus the picnic
as
that
he
was
just
brought
swallows. Yes, of course. Yeah. I'm sure. I don't know, whatever she was having out in her knitting, probably. As he just begins to swallow man after man in his unhinged jaw.
All the better to eat you with. It's another 69 joke.
But it is one man too many. as a wolfman, the lycanthrope, explodes against the wall, splattering blood everywhere.
Every time someone's dying, Arlington is like just like he thinks he's landing these cool catchphrases, but it's just coming out as like slurred speech and dribbles and like blood flowing from his nose. But he thinks he's like an 80s action hero. He's like,
You should see a doctor for that.
yeah, terribly sorry, I forgot to knock. It comes out as like this, like guttural.
With Wolfman and Wanwolf severely taken care of in the best possible way, essentially 12 more regular bandits are rushing down the stairs. But Arlington, you managed to make it up to what feels like the second floor before they rush down, see you covered in the blood of their brethren, and begin to run away back towards the sort of mess hall that they've built. And as they burst open the door, one of them screams in, "To arms, men, to arms!" Seemingly they weren't aware that they'd been caught rattled, but with 6 bandits each and 1 Arlington, there was 13 in total. Let's say just kill the one at the door for dramatic purposes. We are back to the bandits' turn, starting with Paul.
Bandits doesn't.
Arlington's at the door, bloody. Oh, sorry, did I skip your turn, Kim?
No. I was just
good.
talking at a turn.
Yeah, no, because you got higher than me, didn't you?
My initiative was 1.
No. Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, great. Which is so yeah, I have.
There's
If I can have 6 guys.
weapons all along the wall. You got like pikes, maces, AK-47s, shields, whatever.
None of this is going to work, but I'm definitely going to do. I'm going to yeah. So I'm going to have 2 shieldmen, 2 pikemen, and 2 crossbowmen, and they're going to come up in a proper kind of formation.
Nice.
Kind of trying. 2 of them, the 2 shieldmen, are going to try and pin, like not pin, but kind of push Arlington, kind of in a controlled fashion.
No, they're
So I guess
organized.
they're strength checks.
They're probably not. If they can just put down the shields, like Arlington isn't pushing against them yet because it's their turn, so they can just like, tower down right at the entrance to this sort of hall where they were playing some card games. There's some darts against the wall. One of them's in the back looking at a picture of their best gal. They're regular men.
One day,
Regular
Susie
men
Q,
at
I'm
war.
going to come home to you. And leave this bandit life behind.
It's gonna be tomorrow. I've decided.
Exactly tomorrow.
Everybody is one.
This
day
is their
from
retirement party.
or
Their
going
collective
home.
retirement party. Arlington's just fucking bombed.
Yeah. Our tour is
It
over.
was one day younger
honest.
as well, but they went into the Fae, so it's been one day for a fucking long time.
To be fair to the plot, this is technically their job done. They were like, get here, build a fort. And they're like, nice, job done. I guess we can move on. We don't need to, we can go back to where we were coming from.
To be fair to the plot, is such a nice way of saying, stop picking holes in my story.
There is a lot of holes in the story. Notably pointed out by Paul last time, which is like, but if the Black Hand is gone, why are you doing your thing anymore? And Rua has an answer. It's hard not to not lie and also have plot that's
Yeah, the
truthful.
not lying thing is an interesting...
Yeah. It's like, well, I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah, so I guess if the two guys are going to plant their shields and then the 2 pikemen, I'm guessing what is it? It's a 10 feet range for pikes and spears.
Yeah,
or is
10,
it a 5 feet?
No,
extra 5 feet.
So I guess those guys will just try to attack, and then the bowmen will try to attack. So
They're probably not reckless, given that the run up the stairs gave Arlington enough time. He doesn't drop out of his rage when he's in a super rage, but
no, the pikemen do not hit.
ooh.
And the crossbowmen 1 hits. It's 16 that I need
16,
to
yeah.
get, isn't it?
Yes.
No, so what's your rate? 16, yeah. And it's +1 to their strength, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. Do you have crossbow stats? I can give it to you here.
Yeah, I have them in the stat block.
Nice.
Thing, so
Sweet.
so it's 1d8 +1. Now.
Yeah, give me that roll.
I got a 5.
5.
Altogether.
You take 2 damage. Arlington, these pikes begin to come through these shields, and with one hand, almost as if you're kind of like drying your nails with the other, your axe just like takes off the dagger from one, takes off the dagger from the other, but at that moment in time, and bolt comes through, you're like, knock that out of the air, and you're like, well, let's give them a little bit of a morale boost, and you just like take a little bolt in the shoulder, and then just go and leave it in you. Like,
This is such ridiculous wish fulfillment.
Ah, yes. Yes. That will fester. We will kill him slowly.
Mission accomplished,
slowly.
boys.
but that one bandit was Rakshasa, and the poison that sets in is nothing but deadly.
Infected wound has killed so many people.
Keelan, you can take Fracture from chat if you want.
Fracture.
It's a beer.
That's
Yeah.
a great drink name and really beneficial for what we're playing. But a pint of Fracture sounds really good.
All right. Does Fracture command some dudes?
Oh, I was thinking it could be a move if you wanted to do a move to fracture something. Oh, your guys, you've got the 4 horsemen.
Okay.
They all kind of talk like this. They're just kind of.
Are they? Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Right.
And you got Pee Pee Pew Pew, and
I'm happy.
and you've got a man called Apology. He studies the science of apps.
Nice.
Wait,
It's
his
apology.
name is his profession?
Yeah, like a
Oh.
doctor.
Do you think all doctors are called doctor?
Have you ever met?
That's what I call my doctor.
As I'm saying it, it
So-
actually does kind of weirdly make sense. Thank you, doctor.
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 Um.
Doctor's in the hallway, doctor.
Doctor.
All right. So I've got Fracture, the 4 horsemen,
Mhm.
and
Apology.
an apology.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
He studies the science of apps.
Right. Well then, Apology is going to try to trip him. I reckon it's a swipe to the right.
Give me an attack, and let's see if, because there is a fighter maneuver trip, and let's just say he has it.
Cool.
And at the same time, Arlington, just in case it hits, give me a Constitution save. I think is how you get a trip, or Dex save.
Dex Constitution would be weird.
Yeah, Dex save DC 12.
Unless you want to break the guy's chin.
Keelan, what was the attack?
10.
10.
So,
Well, didn't hit, but man down.
okay. Then the 4 horsemen are going to use Fracture. Let's call it an ability.
Mhm.
I thought Fracture might be a guy. The 4 horsemen all just have sticks, just shillelaghs.
Yeah, nice.
Shillelaghs. Why not? They're all going to try to hit him a lot with shillelaghs, just like really just try to like bash him with blunt sticks.
Yes.
Going, hey, you get it, foot at your butt.
For that,
I like how they seem to be so nonplussed about this monster that's killing
It's the
everybody.
most emotion he's ever showed.
Get out of here,
Four
you
horsemen
little
have
bug.
seen everything, you know. They're rumored to have seen the end of the world. But
Are these men that belong to 4 different horrors, or are they like?
no, they have
No,
horses.
they just-
have horses.
Oh,
they
they
have
have
horse
horsemen.
voices.
Right.
it's just hard to
That makes a
speak.
lot more sense. I thought you were just
Yeah.
being grimdark, and I'll be honest, I didn't get it. That's on me.
Yeah.
4
Because the
whores
inflection
and
sounded to me like
7
4 whores men. And I was like, that's okay. Are they all related? How does that work? It's an honest trade.
4 whores.
Yeah. I did think about it once, and I thought, especially in a D&D game and in Hibernia, the way the sex trade works is it's not straight, is they just sort of cast modify memory on you afterwards.
we
Had a great
absolutely
time.
had sex.
Yeah, sat in the corner having a good time. It's like, off you go.
That's genius, yeah.
Enjoy
And then
that.
yeah, it's kind of like
Um,
I don't know, any of that like cyberpunky stuff where it's like, is it real? It doesn't matter.
yeah, exactly. It's all the same to you. Still get your rocks off.
Is that all of them? Oh, pew 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 pew. Pew pew
Pew, 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 pew.
Throws ranged.
Sorry, he has
Lasers, right.
lasers.
Okay, well,
yeah, that's right.
I mean, that's gonna be
yeah,
amazing. He fires all of his lasers at
Yeah.
Arlington.
Nice. Yeah. Give me PP can make 4 attacks. They're very low damage, but Arlington, I need you to make a con saving throw DC 12.
Fire.
This is for Fracture. Fracture is essentially going to be the shatter spell.
How many? Oh, so 4 shots.
I think.
4, 19.
Yeah.
Oh, 19?
Natural 20 for my con save. I haven't rolled as many
Nice.
nat 20s in the campaign.
The 4 horsemen were
This is true.
going at you with sticks.
And I am using D&D Beyond for this, so you can check my homework.
14, 19 halved. You take 9 thunder damage from the shatter spell.
Which
and
will
then
be
how many
halved
of
again because
your?
I'm raging.
Oh no, it was 19.
It's not half
I
because I
already
made
had
the
it.
save?
Oh fuck yeah, sure is. Half because you made the save, half again because you're raging.
4.
So 9 to 4. Yeah. And then how many of your PPUs hit?
Was it 16 hit? Then 2.
Yeah.
I rolled a 19, a 15,
2.
a 19,
Give me.
and a 3.
Oh, the 15 would hit because you pluses
okay.
to it. So
We have plus
give
one.
me 3 d4s.
4s. All right. I never get to roll d4s.
At this moment in time, with the shatter spell reverberating through this force, and as we're making our way up the stairs, this is where a little bit of a jukebox cinematic history is made as a song starts to play in line with the and whatever your favorite fight scene song is, picture that in your head.
I mean, the church scene from Kingsman seems very fitting, so I'm voting
It's a great song.
for Freebird.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. We don't have the rights to any of it, so
I
it's
mean,
fine.
We don't have the
As
rights
long
to the
as we all
songs that
imagine
you
it.
sing at the top either. We'll figure it out.
Oh, they're technically parodies. So.
You're trying to use the real song,
Right, fair enough.
but that's fine.
Yep.
The next bandit I use will be called Freebird.
Okay. Nice.
Yes,
It'll be a
yeah,
little
yeah.
wink and a nudge.
Saved it.
How much did PPP do
Is it
damage?
pee poo poo or just pee 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 poo?
You gotta
Is it
remember.
pew pew
Every
pew pew?
yeah,
or
every
pew,
iteration
pew,
of the word
pew?
is spelled
Yeah.
differently, but sounds more or less the same. Pew pew pee pew.
I rolled a 1, a 2, and a 3, so that's 6.
6 damage, halved to 3. Yeah. Nice. Arlington, the Four Horsemen, Apology, PPP. A man called Fracture, who didn't cast Shatter, but he's there now. Some of your... We didn't name your bandits, Paul.
No, I have a list of names here actually, which goes. None of them are going to be funny, but they're just Turnip
Turnip is a great
Bellwater.
name.
Turnip, none of them are gonna be funny. I'll start with Turnip, the most normal name I've got.
It's a real turnip for the books.
Baldric Bunton, Stuart
Okay.
Inkpot, Beverly Left.
Nice,
What?
good female.
Compared to the other names, these are
yeah.
actually... In contrast,
Why
these
is
are fucking
Beverly
hilarious.
Left funny?
These are it's a
It's like a nickname her ex-husband gave her.
I mean, it's sadder. I think
It's way sadder.
It's much sadder than the Four Horsemen. You're like, fuck them, they can die.
How many do I have left? How many? 4?
Burn
I
up
said?
Baldric, Inkpot, Beverly, 2 more.
Sir Draxel of Yorn, and Ares Split Arrow.
Wow.
I love that Beverly
This
Left
is
and
like,
Aries Split Arrow could be friends in this world.
They probably are. It's like if you had a dev team and they just needed a hand from another computer game for a little bit. Like, have some more characters.
It's the crossover. You know what it is? We're in fucking Fortnite where you have like Spider-Man running by Boba Fett and all that kind of stuff.
I have a list of I have 100 NPC names. So anytime my players ask me about NPC names, I'm just like, just roll a D100 and
First thing I ever learned
you got
as a
them
DM
for
is just
free.
have names
Nice.
ready to pull out of your ass because they're going to ask who someone's name is. Doesn't matter who.
They're gonna that random guy in the street that they're gonna ask for directions. They're gonna ask his name, and he's gonna become an integral part that you're gonna kill off.
Don't make him adorable. Don't make him innocent. They'll fucking keep him.
For DMs watching, Wes and Paul are offering you very good advice. My advice is just name them all PPP. And
And then
But all
forget how to
all
do it.
different
Okay,
spellings.
sorry.
Each one is spelled
Sorry,
slightly
man.
different.
never say it the same way.
Named after
Yeah. Okay, Arlington. 12 bandits / maybe 13 bandits in front of you. What would you like to do?
want to run through them. I want to find Tig. So I'm just gonna like drop the shield in front of me and just try and run through them.
Nice. I'm going to say that could either be disengage action, in which case they could all take attack of opportunities against you, if we wanted to play D&D the way it is. You've realized, I don't know what, 50 bandits in? I don't know how many you've killed. Sometimes it's quicker just to run and slaughter them. Like, you're moving at the same pace, they're not slowing you down. Should you wish, it might be quicker to kill these people, because you did 89 damage the last time, and that takes out 8 of them.
No,
I'm going to try to avoid killing them, but it takes longer to avoid killing them, so I'm going to...
Ben, you've misunderstood. I want to run through them. I want to kill them.
Yes.
I'm thinking bug on a windshield
Run
here.
them through, that's what you meant to say.
So,
Yes.
are you
I
going
don't
to
know
do
what
the
I'm gonna
overrun
do. I just
action?
want to splat him. Is that a overrun? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's both in 3.5 and 5
Never heard of
edition.
that before.
Nice.
Oh, I think it's a maneuver, is
After,
it?
Yeah,
after you fully ran, you
Oh.
run far too much.
Yeah, you've overrun.
Yeah.
you do which is strength, opposing strength checks or athletic checks, and if
As
you
a-
win, you
yeah, as
cause
an
the
action
2 person
or
to
a
be prone,
bonus action.
and you get to
Didn't
move
know.
past them.
That was the thing. The mover makes an athletics check, contested by hostile creature's athletics check. The creature attempting the overrun has advantage on this check, blah, 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 blah. If the mover wins the contest, it can move through the hostile creature space once this turn. But it's not actually doing damage.
I like the sentence, boy blade them this month.
This big one. I've just realized Boyblade is probably here. I don't think Boyblade ever left the Dirty Bitch Boys. I think he liked a life of crime and just stuck around.
I've got an easier thing for mechanically and narratively. I'm gonna drop the shield and also put the layer skull axe in front of it, like it's kind of like a cow catcher, and I'm gonna just basically run up and attack as I go. But I'm trying to slice them through as I go. So we're just gonna make them layer skull attacks.
Give them as many fucking wild barbarian attacks that barbarians can make.
It's gonna be yeah.
No,
Three,
turn
it's
to
gonna be 3 attacks.
Bellwater.
So, and they're all gonna be fairly reckless. So advantage on these. D&D Beyond, you are slow. Cool. It's gonna be 22 for the first. I will note all these down. I'm just saying them out loud for my own brain. 20, 22, 20, and God, this is good radio, isn't it? This is great to listen to.
Well,
We
Keelan,
could be vamping, but we decided.
yeah, we can vamp. Yeah.
We could do something to entertain while you do the boring bit. Like that's what we should be doing, especially for like.
I
a
was-
podcast. And we're all like, ah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I was looking at.
Figure out if there's any other like numerous names on this, but there isn't.
So
do
I
maths.
can tell you, the reason I haven't pulled over to Hook scene yet is I'm not sure I can survive the whiplash between what we're doing here and how, in comparison, low key it will be when we jump over to you. Keelan.
But mine's gonna be low key. I thought I get to just plow through bandits, right?
we'll find out. I'm gonna accidentally.
Like a low level player, you
Like-
just get to pick up the extra XP.
This is where you find
Like a
out where
bear.
like Arlington actually just accidentally ate a load of mushrooms, has been trying to kill Huck this whole time.
This is gonna be my Heart of Darkness.
Yes, exactly.
Apocalypse Now. I'm following Arlington. It's just this constant
Falling further and further into the
blood.
depths of.
blood and
Yeah.
death, and by the end of all of this, it'll just be a big fat Arlington shaved, sitting in a beam of light.
He went native long ago. Total damage is 64.
64. Let's round it up for safety and call it 6. As you.
I thought you meant like
Ah.
6 total. I was like, that's the opposite of rounding up.
Sorry,
66,
66. Yeah. For the purpose of picturing this in our heads, some might call it playing this game. You put the layer skull kind of cow plow. Is that what you called this?
Cowcatcher.
I can't remember what you called it.
Cowcatcher.
You know, the thing you
Cow
put up on the
catcher.
trains, like angular thing?
Yeah, it's just kind of mean to cows. I
No,
suppose.
it pushes them out of the way.
Well, it's the cows.
The-
The cows
yeah,
fuck up
the
trains.
original version does not slice
Yeah,
them up
no,
real good.
no,
This is a
I just wanna-
modification.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a bandit killer.
And also the fact is that the trains used to slow down and slowly push them out of the way, because if a train actually hit a cow,
Yeah.
it probably would
I
disrail
was
in
kinda
those
thinking.
days.
but you managed to sort of slice through these bandits. The four horsemen being like, oh, you actually slice a little bit of their throat and go, oh my god, I can no.
I should call my son.
I think. Oh god. The rest are kind of knocked aside or bowling balled down. We get a delicious fucking 10-pin strike noise. We cut away for a second, and it's like a really bad 3D animation of like a bunch of pins, and like maybe like for some reason a bowling ball and a cowboy hat. It's like boom, 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 and it goes strike, and you feel good about it as the name Arlington comes up with a little X on a blue board.
An X Arlington X, like it's his gamer tag name.
You barrel through this room and out the other side, and you tumble. It's one of these difficult things because you realize that you've barreled into a balcony and sort of tumbled off the top floor here down towards what is usually a garden party sort of fountain, lovely cobblestone steps sort of thing. But as you're hurtling towards the ground with your lair skull axe in front of you, you get a little bit of flashbacks to hurtling 500 feet down a cliff. Except this time, you have an anchor, which is something that can direct your mass and force. As you shoot down, and at the last possible minute, pull yourself up and skid. And in this open plain, you see, for comedic reasons, identical bandits. They're all identical. In fact, there's some bandits shoving their hand into normal people and turning them into more identical bandits. No word of a lie. 50 bandits begin to rush towards you. You've gone through 20, maybe 16, but in this open plain, 50 begin to rush. And at that moment in time, I think it's worth potentially cutting over to Huck, as from all sides, even some from inside, are bursting out these lovely... they're not French here. I suppose you'd call them halfling doors in this world. And they're coming from the ballroom. You see a couple of glasses smash. A few of them say, "Huzzah, to battle!" As they run towards you. But in that scene, Huck, you step into your family home, chasing Arlington.
I stepped through the double doors.
Yeah, they close behind you, like the way a haunted house does when one of the carts already goes through, and they just reset the witches reset. You know, everything's resetting, so you get scared. But you push through, and you feel strange. Your form shifts, and you feel yourself split into three. You realize you've kind of stepped through a sort of time dilation, placing you in three timelines at once. It's all happening simultaneously to you, but you're walking through past, present, and future, some 1,000 years from now. You're used to the Fae. It's not damaging to you. It's not, it's a little discombobulating, but in an okay way.
I say, would I get lost? I'd just be like, yeah, it's over there. Third door on the right, past the infinite hallway.
Just keep going down the infinite hallway until you reach this.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you've reached an infinite hallway, you've gone to...
And you'll never come back.
Yeah. Turn around. It's very short the way back.
Yeah.
No one ever thinks that.
Yeah. Only infinite in one direction.
But not in the other. You can easily get lost in the infinite hallway, provided you're going forwards.
Just hop on the Mobius strip treadmill. Keep going.
You can always go backwards.
Never stop.
If you can manage to get past the infinite hallway, you have to find out.
Bowser is a great band.
Just got a visceral flashback to something maybe only Keelan will know, which is like, I know, it's so confusing. Two directions. Which is a bit from a Pajama Man show where they get lost on a train. It's like, how'd you get lost on a train? It's two directions. You go one way, don't find it, turn around, go the other way.
It's so confusing. Yeah.
Pajama Man sounds familiar. What is that?
Pajama Man or two.
Two-man sketch.
Oh, right, okay.
That still are possibly in operation, but I think one of them is with what's her name? The puppeteer. Can't remember.
I might have overheard you guys talking about them before. The name is familiar because it's a great fucking group name.
You know your one. in Black Book, she's Dylan Moran's summer girlfriend, Nita Conti. Is that her
Yes,
name?
it is.
Nita
Yeah,
Conti. Yes, yeah.
Anyway, so there's three of you, and it's like it's as simple as living in the present, but like while thinking of a memory of the past, and then like imagining the future. It's like it's not bizarre. In the present, what would you like to do?
Is the present the place that
Yes.
Arlington ran through? Okay, so it's just like full of.
There is just dead bodies all around. You see Screech against the wall. You see Scotty, Three Hottie. You see some of the bandits, like Arlington's military. You see the Bird Brothers. You'd recognize them instantly. There's Russell Feathers and Russell Crowe, husband to a murder of crows, but also father to a murdered son who's beside him. So see Hazelnut Crunch.
He shouldn't have called him that. I always thought that. He was
Yes, yeah. Father to a murdered son. It's like, well, what are you going to do?
Have you met Murdered Son? He's almost 16 now.
It was a Roman name. It meant something different back then. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you walk through and you see that based on the trail of blood, Arlington seems to have gone up into the sort of terror staircase. They're not always there, but sometimes they're there.
I hope Arlington's okay. There's a lot of damage here. I hope something didn't attack him.
And dragged him seemingly up this way.
Yeah. He could be in trouble. Yeah, so I guess I go that way. I definitely stop and be perplexed by the men in leashes. Were they naked? The naked.
I mean, I didn't say it, but it did heavily imply it.
Yeah, we all definitely presumed they were naked. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Naked men on leashes, be like, and then just a bunch of fully clothed.
Obviously, the wolves were
Yeah,
wearing clothes. It's not a sex show.
Yeah. The wolves are fully clothed. Yeah. So
Well, the wolves actually ran past you. They were fine. They escaped.
The wolves were fully dressed. The bears were naked.
Okay, cool. I presume that they were dressed in formal gear.
Suit and tie.
It's not odd to see. Yeah. It's not odd to see a bunch of.
In that exact Awooga wolf.
The
the wolf
suit.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's the party that way. That must have been where Arlington went. The parties in the Fae have changed. That's why I'm looking at the naked dudes and the leashes. It's like, this isn't. It's not strange per se, but it's not your average run of the mill Fae experience. I've been gone a while. All right. The past present me will continue on down the path.
Yeah. And you make your way up.
Heart of
Up
Darkness.
the staircase. There are a couple of delightful, torch sconces. I don't think you need them. Do you dark vision? Maybe. But either way, they're there.
Everyone but humans does.
You rarely went up here as a child. The tower was just more for they were nice to have, kind of impractical. If you really needed something that badly, why put it all the way up there?
I used to hide my dad's keys in the top.
Yeah, you fucking hated it.
Yeah, you have to climb up the top of the tower.
I'll get you, son. You make your way up and you do see this sort of mess hall that these people were in. And it's strange because you're walking through your family home, but every once in a while the room changes to sort of like a wooden fortressy, like Shadow of Mordor kind of situation where orcs hang out. And you walk through and you realize that this is sort of smashed between a balcony. And looking down, you can only describe it as some well-balanced dance, as Arlington is in the moment looking to fight about 50 bandits. At this point in time, I want you to roll initiative. Add Hook in, should Hook want to do anything.
Yeah. That's... Yeah, my initiative. Sorry, I'm used to having a character who's crap at initiative. 21.
21.
So,
all right, you will be top of the round when we come back. But in the future, you stand at the very end of Fae. It's like a chapter before the end of time. The manor home that you're in and the seat of King Puck have deteriorated. They've sort of lost their shine. This sort of saturated element of the feywild seems to have ripped out of color. There's some beauty still there remaining. The world isn't you know, totally without wonder. It's like it's turned a light pastel shade instead of a kind of vibrant, light-filled shade. It's like pencil shavings rubbed out on a sheet of white paper, and a king sits in front of you on a throne. The silhouette seems like his horns have grown up further. At first, you think this looks like my father until you realize that these aren't horns; these are long ears, and it is King Puck, but a very old Huck waits before you.
The future me's encountering an even further future.
Yes, yeah, because you are now in the future. At that moment in time, I think it's probably worth taking a little break.
Sure, yeah, that would be a good time to get
Yeah.
back around.
This is a lot to process. I will take a break.
Yeah.
Welcome,
Present you.
welcome, future
Yeah.
Huck, to the future.
I'll clarify this. It's very simple. Present you in the future is experiencing future you in his present.
Yeah, there you go. And there's another future me.
Yeah,
On top of that.
yeah, sure. Yeah. No, I'm lost.
If I know anything about Hux, it's that
We the Hucks agree.
Yes.
yeah, exactly. So I should imagine I'll be very good.
All right, we're about to take our break. We will be back in 15 minutes. Before we do, got at the top of the show to ask Paul, probably because we were talking about licking pussy so much, I didn't want to associate it with your show. Now that I brought that back,
So we bring it back just for this bit.
but what are Heroes Out doing on Thursday?
We are doing a show on the blue industry, which is
best
Yeah.
erotic films.
Best hit scenes.
our top 10 choices. We are doing a show on how the lack of DVD sales and Blu-ray sales have changed the movie industry. So, with more streaming services coming in, how movies are made now and how the whole kind of business of it works is changed completely. So it means that you kind of more have to make your money up front on kind of box office sales than you do on because you used to get the secondary kind of DVD and Blu-ray sales, but you can't do that anymore. So it
I
changes.
have opinions on
completely
this.
the
I
whole
will
thing.
be loud in chat. for
So
that.
and contracts. Yeah, like it's a big change. Matt Damon on Hot Ones, which has kicked it off. He talked about how some of the changes, and we're going to go deeper into it. Matt Damon's
Could've
not
just
going
left
to
that-
be on the show.
We
Could have
do
left that
have-
alluded to and just not corrected anyone.
Yeah, I
I do want to
know.
clarify because he has Tom
But-
Cruise to talk about the settings your TV should be on to appreciate his movies.
That was the most validating video in the entire
Yeah.
world. I'll try not to. I was like, I've been saying this for years, and now a celebrity agrees with me. Yeah.
Tom Cruise agrees
yeah.
with you.
He's right about this.
He
Yeah,
could be right
it's a
about
can
lot
of words I don't want to open. Anyway, sorry, Paul.
No. Like Tom Cruise is on the show. He will be talking. He's going to be doing. I don't know how to change the settings on my TV, so he's going to be doing
our
it for me.
our
Turns out it's
special
a
guest
service
Tom
he does
Cruise
now.
will fix my TV.
Yep. It's a service he now provides. You're like,
Why-
I
He
don't.
checks your show,
That's
doesn't
who
he?
Tom is in chat.
He checks your show
Huh?
like every Thursday normally. Yeah.
Yeah. No, me and Patrick don't do it. Like, no, we're too big for that.
He calls his tech business cruise control.
Lovely.
Yeah.
That's what he operates under.
Got a little jumpsuit and everything.
Or
It's real weird.
cruise crew.
Cruise Cruise.
The marketing
control.
right.
You've got Tom.
Yeah.
Right, let's get out of here temporarily. Take a little 15-minute break. Wes, on your call, we'll wave and pose and do all the things we do.
Well, as we go to break, I will leave us with the catchphrase we always use when we go to a break, and that's that the graphics should be appearing in a second now. Maybe you'll hear the same.
You know, I think I get
Welcome back to part 2 of Homebrew, episode 69. I'm not going to get back into it. We're going to go straight back in. You can fill in your own
More blue stuff.
Yeah. It's Homebrew After Dark, which is every episode we record in winter in Ireland. It's always like, oh boy, there's some nice streaming days. Just give you a spring and autumn. Summer, it's still warm outside. Winter, it's kind of sad. It's just like this dark little stream we do. But hey, we do it all for you.
We had a heat wave like maybe a month ago, which was the week I was away in Brazil, where it was raining. So that's how Irish things work. Like, literally cursed.
So yeah.
Yeah, you're welcome, rest of the country.
Wes, the rain has to go on holidays every once in a while.
Yeah, but not where I'm going.
Have you considered that you're a rain god?
Interesting.
Does it always
does.
rain on you?
I've always thought of myself as Travis,
like a
but
Travis song.
I'm also fairly sure that you like pina coladas.
do you know I've never actually had a pina colada? I know this is an aside, but I feel like for an alcohol-based show, I should confess that I've never had a pina colada.
All right, next show, pina colada for everyone.
Okay. Everybody gets a pina colada next show.
It's the perfect September beverage.
We won't tell. No one tell Lucy.
Oh, it's so funny.
We can have like an island theme episode and just tell her, yeah, it's a pretty normal episode, like whatever. Like don't wear your hula skirt because that's what we're doing.
If you watch the episode to catch up.
People might wonder where Lucy is tonight, and it is the silliest reason in that I kind of said, I think I'll just be like Wes and Keelan next time, so like don't worry about it, until I realized all of us are here, and we sort of did that thing where we're like, oh no, we're not meeting up, and all of us met up, and like Lucy's like, oh well, like kind of thought we weren't meeting up. It's like,
what was the episode where the running theme where Lucy was definitely not dead and we hadn't murdered her? Yeah, it's not even been that long.
Yeah, it was that long.
Okay,
lads.
Have an episode. Right,
for episode 69, we got rid of
finally.
Lucy, so it's just the boys.
Tabletop gaming is for boys again.
We wouldn't have been able to make any of these jokes.
Boy,
there should be like a /XS reaction to any /S everything we say on the show. I think
pretty much. Boy, that was a scary period of exclusivity we experienced.
Yeah. Why can't we have anything? Us white men. There's nothing for us anymore. Oh, you mean all the things you took? Yeah, they were never yours. Oh, right, okay.
God, we're so woke.
Speaking of someone who's just been someone at the Pergamon Museum, great museum, none of it should be there. You're like, wow, you moved it all here? It's like, it'd be such a hassle to move back. Funny how it wasn't a hassle to move here.
It looks so nice here, though.
Yeah, we've built a building around it.
We've literally built the building. It doesn't fit through the doors, so it has to stay here.
Anyway, back to the show. We join Huck in the past, present, and future. In the present, he's searching for Arlington. He's found him. He's in a courtyard, killing anything between 30 and 50 bandits. In the future, he's met himself as King Puck, last remaining Fey in the feywild, which might be the last remaining world some thousands and eons away from today. But in the past, Huck, as a younger self, you find yourself in the material plane beside your father, who turns to you and goes, boy, I've taken you here to go on a hunt. I think it's time I show you what us Puka are all about.
All right, Dad.
Yeah, and you're in sort of a side bush. It's before it wasn't as dangerous to travel around the material plane, although time is kind of a little bit funky in the Feywild, and there is sort of stumbling shadow coming down the road towards you with a little lantern swinging in front of them. And your father turns to you and goes, and of course, in present day, when we meet King Puck, he just looks like a normal goat king. Of course, it's the past now, so he has a mustache, just to make sure that it's Keelan stands, and just to not Keelan stuff, but like Hook stand. It's like, he's got a classic dad mustache. Yeah. Just so we know it's olden times, and he's your father.
And being a goat, he doesn't have a goatee. He just has
a real
It doesn't have the obvious thing. It's a big goat with a big bushy goat.
Well, the rest
Goat
is his
from
face, I suppose.
Everything
This
that's
is
not
a-
mustache is just face.
Yeah. Dull face.
Yeah. Isaac, nail on the head. This belongs in the museum. No, Indy, it belongs where you took it from. It belonged there. They set up traps to stop you. Come on. And your father turns to you, says, "Okay, boy, well, would you like me to take this one, or do you think you know what to do in this situation?"
Oh, I know what to do. I have jacks in my
You
pocket.
do, yep.
Wait.
All right. The man continues stumbling down the road, and now he's within sort of audible distance. He's humming a little tune to himself, singing on his way home. Something along the lines of "Ring a Rosie," or not the Black Plague one, the Irish trad one. You know the one I'm
Is
talking
everyone
about.
else shocked that
Maybe
Ben
not.
didn't just start
Cool.
singing there? I was
Cool.
fully braced for some.
I was trying to remember it, and I forgot in this split second. And I was like, well, I can't switch to any of the other songs I know, so I just commit. But he's singing
All
it.
right. Well then, does that have a duet part? Can it be like he sings one end and then?
Yeah, I think I can
Yeah.
remember the looseness. It helps that he's drunk too, which is nice. So it's he's stumbling down towards you on his way home.
He's not singing a pocket full of
No.
posies. I'll start chiming in with that.
Who's
That's my first. A pocket full of
Who's it?
posies.
there? Show yourself. You have to tell me if you're there, otherwise it's entrapment.
I didn't know about any rules. Can I show my? Just immediately pop up.
Yeah.
Incredible?
You're a younger Puka, so you can shape shift. You're not locked into your hair form. So what are you at the moment?
Oh no.
You can be hair too. It's fine.
okay.
It's just yeah.
You're a lamb.
Yeah, lambs. I'll be lambs.
You're a
How
lamb,
do
Harry.
As you can see, Hook is
That's
a lamb, so we know it's in the past. That's just the shorthand.
Yeah. I have
Yeah.
sideburns. That's how you know I'm a young.
When he shaves a
young
different
hog.
beard and he becomes a different animal, that sounds like pure fey ridiculousness.
Lambs have sideburns. Everyone knows that. Goats have
Mhm.
mustaches. Seals have mohawks. Next animal in the line. That's. That
Yeah.
tracks.
That's
Onwards and upwards.
yeah. Wow, your description of hairdos for animals is cool, but no, can
Is
Is
it-
it, sorry,
well,
is it
yeah,
is
yeah.
is
Is-
Paul's camera weird for anyone else?
No.
For some reason on my screen, and it's coming
No.
through on stream, you look like you're incorporated into
Oh.
Tron. It's so weird. Oh, I think it might be me. It is me.
Uh,
Okay, so good news,
30
I'm
seconds
back, and then it turns out that it
Okay.
wasn't Paul's camera, it was my internet connection.
yeah. We're seeing it on the stream. It's quite good. Actually.
Yeah.
Very. I don't know if we're back on stream, but
I need to make it more entertaining.
We should be back. It'll catch up live, but
Yeah.
we're streaming it live, so we can.
To fill you guys
Okay.
in, you probably caught Wes asking us if Paul's camera was freaking out, and for us, it wasn't until we realized that Wes froze. I'm like, well, now we know why.
Yeah. And then on the delay in the stream that we have, by the way, we're slightly in the future.
Mm.
You're never hearing this now. When I say now, that's not now. That's 20 seconds from now or something.
But when will then be now?
Oh no.
Soon.
Now.
Is it a Tron
Um,
reference or is it a?
Baseballs.
Yep, that makes more sense.
Baseballs.
Baseballs. They watch Spaceballs the movie, and find what happens.
What a classic.
But
real prequel.
yes, sorry, I didn't actually catch the hairdo stuff, but I caught Paul's reaction, so I don't think we should revisit it.
Oh, you didn't catch the hair?
No, you
Oh,
dropped out for
it
me a
was-
little bit.
It was great. It was top notch. And
Good.
the less said about that, the better.
A lamb and goat one, perfect. The third one, let's
Look.
forget about it.
I'll watch it
The
back.
next animal after you see a lamb, or after you encounter goats and you encounter sheep, it's probably the next animal you think of, Ben. That's what it is. So that's fine.
Cool.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah, the man stumbling down the road towards you. And what are you? You're a lamb. And he goes, "Oh, we little lamb, we little lost lamb. Let's get you. Let's get you home. Come on.
Hey, wait, what is your buddy? I was. We were singing a song. You can't be picking me up.
Talking lamb.
We all talk. Just don't always talk to you. We actually talk to everyone else all the time.
Oh, I had my suspicions.
Yeah. You know the way you look into the old fields, sheep and lambs every once in a
How
while.
do you know I look into fields of sheep and lambs?
Oh yeah, you know the way we all turn around and just start whispering to one another, you.
Yeah.
Chewing grass. Sometimes we're looking at you.
Yeah, I know this.
Yeah. That's we've been doing that the whole this whole field is dedicated to looking at you.
Oh. And he comes over to you and he starts trying to see if there's any like markings on you to it. And who do you belong to then? Be lamb.
I belong to myself.
Well, no one belongs to anyone but themselves, I suppose. But you specifically are property, so you do.
What? What are you saying? I'm a prince.
From the like bushes. Boy, what are you doing?
I was gonna play jacks with them, as is per the normal. You see a stranger, you make friends. Uh-oh. Ben's back. In the past. Past Ben.
Going back and forth.
I'm starting to hear other Huck's memories. I was, you told me I'm making a friend. I was about to play jacks, but then he started trying to pick me up. Fierce queer, this one.
Your father comes out of the bush, and he is a sort of large goat-like creature with these big horns that kind of turn into a crown on his head, and he is in his traveling clothes, and he turns to the man and goes, "Forgive me, I'm hunting with my boy, and he promised me he knew what to do. Clearly he doesn't, so I will show him." And your father bucks towards this man, picks him up on his back, and races around the world with him to come back 3 days later. To you, it's like a fraction of a second, but to the man, he's been gone forever.
He Superman 2'd him.
He brought him all the way back to the future. And he shakes him off and goes, "Boy, when you said you knew what to do, us Puka, we take people on fantastical journeys."
I was just starting that.
Well,
you got to get into it. You have to have a chat.
No, you don't have to have. You just take them and you go.
Well, I was trying to do it differently. Have a friend, go on a great adventure, and then leave him back here and never talk to him again.
Pukas don't have friends. Fuck.
What? But I have so many friends.
Name one.
I can't remember the name of my main character.
The ladybird.
Was it a ladybird? I thought it was a walrus for a while.
No, they got made fun of for having walrus teeth.
Like, I understand in the feywild these are actual things, but there's something so sad about someone accusing a kid about having no friends, and then his defense is, "No, the ladybird I was talking to." It's like, oh no, someone be his friend. It's so sad.
Keelan, you might be a little quiet. I don't know if that's our side or otherwise, but
yeah, you're quiet.
How about now?
Yeah, it's better.
A little better.
Better?
Nice. Thanks, Isaac.
I think it's in the
Yeah,
right,
I have,
actually. So
some volume control of my own microphone, so that's good.
Sorry, sir. I don't. I'm just going to take one of the bandits' names. This man. Let's call him Hazelnut Crunch. Ermagerd. Yeah.
Ermagerd the shepherd.
Ermagerd the shepherd.
Yeah. Well, actually, if he was a shepherd, that would be particularly creepy. That he thinks sheep talk. Well, that's his life now.
Yeah, he's not a great, not a great man. We don't like this character. Which is.
Do we not?
Well, boy.
I want to be friends with him.
We pick people who are particularly sort of egregious members of society, and we take them on fantastical adventures to shake them up a little bit. Not to teach them a moral lesson. God forbid we do that. It's more just for the rambling story that he will tell to everyone else. And they tell folk tales about us for this.
I mean, I just wanted to come out well in the story, you know? I thought he could tell the story and he'd be like, I was taken by the fairies, and everyone like, oh yeah, what bad stuff? And he's like, no, it was a great time. I've been looking my entire life to try to find him again. It's a new tack. I'm bringing in a new way of hunting.
My fear, boy, is that they'll try to find us again.
Well, that is the second part of my. They tried to find us forever, but sure, it's easy to hide from stupid humans.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Ermagerd, get the fuck out of here, please. I'm trying to reach my boy. And he kind of stumbles home.
Picking up lambs.
Huck, my boy, stop trying to teach them lessons. The stories about us should have no lessons, nothing.
But what if the lesson's really, really unimportant? Like whether or not you should pick up a lamb.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh yeah. What's my charisma stat?
Let's say it's +3 at this point. You're not a full +5 yet.
I'm +9.
But he's adorable.
You underestimate.
It's Widow Huck. He's more adorable than he is now.
That's true. It was an 8, so it's not great.
Nice.
Whatever it is. +3, 11.
But he is a kid talking back to his father.
Oh,
so
that's true.
Yeah.
And he has a crown made of horns, which is pretty intimidating.
Disadvantage. It's a 9. Still the 8. Still 11.
I'm trying to reach you, boy. And to backwards retcon something. He called you Hook at one point. That was me, Ben. It wasn't meant to be him calling him Hook, because I don't want him to use whatever real name you've decided it is. So I'm just going to call you boy.
Yeah.
Listen, redacted.
Yeah. Everyone, it's basic. It can be Huck for purposes of, you know.
It's his full name.
That is my Fae name. That like people know me as Prince Huck or whatever else like that. It's just, He would presumably use my real name. But...
Exactly. Let's be honest. I think we've kind of sussed that your character's name here is Atreus, because this is obviously Goat of War, and it all makes sense.
The greatest of all time of war.
Mm-hmm. The Goat of War. Yeah. That was Sansu's follow-up book.
Yeah, it's great because there's 2 ofs in it, and that's what's important.
Mm-hmm.
The God of War of War.
The greatest of all time of
war.
Yeah. Of all time of war.
God. Oh, I thought my brain bent at the time shit at the start of part 2, but this is breaking it further.
2
Tom, if you're still here, this is basically part 2. As we try to get ourselves out of the drunken hole we find ourselves in. King Puck kneels down in front of you and goes, "Boy, I've been trying to tell you, there are certain rules we abide by in the Fae. They're chaotic and they don't make a lot of sense. One,
rules.
Yes, I know it is in your instinct to disobey.
Spit in the ground.
It's strange, you're disobeying and yet showing a sign of clear respect. And he spits too, and he goes, I'm glad we can see clearly, which is where that phrase comes from. The clearer the spit, the clearer we can see. I'm teaching you a lot today, I can tell.
I thought we weren't meant to learn lessons.
We can learn lessons. We do not teach the material Hibernians lessons. They live their
crack. You know, you can play games with them. They never expect talking animals. And sure, almost everyone I know is a talking animal. It's mad that they're so surprised by it.
Why do you play games?
Because that's what you do. That's life.
It is life, but why do you play games?
Because it's fun. Because it's Fae. We play games, we make friends, we have a lovely time. As the fair folk.
Boy, we play games to win.
Yeah.
We play games to show everyone how much better we are than them. To show our friends, our family that we're smarter, cleverer, more outwitting. To prove that the parties we should be throwing are parties in our place. Because we're the best at games. Not to make friends and not to have fun. We play games to win. And to beat other people.
Right, but the real winning is the fun you have while you're winning.
Even games that seem collaborative in nature, maybe storytelling games, The way to play them right is to build characters that are maximum strength and minimum weakness, and basically be able to do everything, even if your friends want to do something. But your character can clearly do the most stuff. That's how you win those games.
Backstory, and it's the main backstory.
I feel like I'm being attacked for part 1 of this episode, and it wasn't my idea.
I see that, but that's just plain fun. How about?
Feel like I can't get through to you.
No, you can't.
Well, good. You've learnt my second lesson. I'm not your friend. I'm your father. Huck, when parents act like their kid's best friend, it's unhealthy. Whereas on the flip side, typically speaking, emotionally detached fathers with overly supportive mothers actually lead to very successful, awesome people. Like, think of the famed musicians, sports stars, actors, basically anyone who's accomplished anything. Detached father, overly supportive.
I don't think I've ever met my mother. Sorry, I remember who the father is. I just have no memory of us ever going into the backstory of the mother in any way, shape, or form.
I mean, yeah.
She's overly supportive and caring, and therefore no drama, and therefore not part of this show.
It wouldn't be an authentic fantasy story experience if we gave you a fleshed out mother character. That's just not realistic.
She is great, but
yeah. But she's there. Let's cut to the kitchen. Nope, wrong place to cut. Let's cut to the living room.
My dad's making a sandwich for me.
I'll teach him a lesson.
100%. It's funny because you want to play with the narrative tropes, then you want to also not be a dickhead. So let's cut to the lounge room of your house to introduce you to your mother, because you're right, we have never met her. No, Lucy played her, and Gav played your dad. Yeah, we have. She also equally disliked you, but in a more loving and supportive way.
I was getting on quite well. I'm reeling.
So see, that's in the future. So right now.
Yes.
Past.
Yeah, you're right. Let's move away from this memory of yours.
Into the kitchen, into the living room. We're gone. Back. It's done. We're back.
I was just passing through. Servants prepare our food here. That's far better.
Well, you flip through it in and out. I like it.
Yeah. We'll cut back to the future.
Okay.
With you as king.
Not the future with Arlington.
Okay, I immediately understand. No more explanation required.
Hiya. Huck, how you doing? Where's the everything? There was stuff here before.
Hiya.
Is that just a paid reading?
Hiya. That's how.
Yes, hiya. Yeah.
Hiya.
Hiya.
That's absolutely canon now.
Everything's gone, Huck. It's all gone. Where are you? We've been on so many adventures, stories, tellings. Are you from my first?
Oh no, I've been on lots of stories. I know lots of adventures. This isn't my first adventure.
Somewhere in the middle. What's on the back of your shirt?
Nothing. But on my cape, on the back of my cape, there's a Huck's Punks.
Oh, there's another team you join and you do your shirts this time.
On the back of the shirt's great.
Yeah. It's a sports-based adventure, and you all have numbers too. Huck's Punks.
For life.
Well, yeah, sure. Why not, kid? They stick around.
I'm Fey. I'll obviously outlive most of them, except for maybe Randir now, because he's a god.
Yeah. Randir, by all means, not a day older than you are in the present. You can join this.
My desolate wasteland.
He's beyond time.
Hello. Let me tell you,
have a desolate wasteland.
He's a constellation.
A desolate wasteland future, Randir.
Yeah, the low king. Yeah.
Yeah, from the alternative timeline, from the literal episode that disappeared in real life, which is such a shame. Yeah. No one except for the people who watched live ever saw it. Yeah, it was really good.
We definitely reached that peak.
Well, I suppose you're here now. Would you like to ask any questions, or should I just tell you the little bit that I remember hearing?
No, I've heard it all. I'll just go. See you later, Hook.
Hey, Randir!
Oh, yeah, chat soon, Randir.
Wait, I see you still know Randir. Well, that's good. Hux punks.
There's no other character that like would make me overthink a statement like "see you later" than the man who exists outside of time and dimensions. What does that mean?
It means he'll see you
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
later.
Yeah.
In his timeline, that's all fine. Well, do you think it'd help you remembering more stuff if I asked questions like the first questions I asked, like where's everything gone, and what's going on?
Yeah, I genuinely think it would. It would give me context in which to
Well, then
remember
I
things.
won't let you just talk at me. I'll ask questions. I'll ask for questions. Where's all the stuff? Why are you why am I on my own? And what do you mean? Where's
Well, we have
stuff
Rand
on
here.
your back?
And almost like a band T-shirt of all the places they've toured. It's just nothing but like Spunks is a little bit further down. I don't know what you would know what your previous groups are. But I can read off some more of the let's read some more of the bandit names. You were part of a group called Three Trench Coats on a Halfling. They were quite good. You were on a group called Sir Shakedown, O'Sullivan and Maguire. Hazelnut Crunch, part of a well-balanced diet. Catch-22, Origami, they're there too. Colin.
That was one of my favorite.
Catch-22 is a genuinely great like adventuring party name.
Yeah, but there were only 21 of us.
That's the beauty of it. We're all level 2.
And a couple of other groups. Let's use some beer names. You were part of the Magic Mist for a while. They were good. Let's see what else. Oh, nice.
That's also very good.
No.
I've got the only ones that I can see are Bitter End. My last group.
No, ironically, like second last.
I've got an idea for a group name, and because it doesn't really matter here, I like the. So I've got my Moretti. That's all I have. But I've just copped on the can. It says Italian Passion for Brewing. I like the idea of Italian Passion as a group name.
That was a great.
Went through an Italian passion phase.
What Italian was though.
Like a Rakshasa.
They were
like
people
the backwards hands and the...
slightly left.
Other than that one sausage, the Italian sausage, we never figured it out. For some reason, that exists.
So that's where everyone is. What was your
where is everyone?
question?
That's just everyone existing at some point in time.
Oh, aside from myself, yourself, and Randir.
Me, myself, and Randir.
I think yes.
No.
Good movie, I think. If I remember correctly. Maybe problematic. I can't. There's probably times. You had a boner at one point and you couldn't piss. I remember that scene being pretty funny.
Yeah, that was a strange scene. I wasn't positive at that time watching that scene if it wasn't that he was pissing strange because he had woken up with a dildo in his ass. I was like, I wonder if you wake up with a dildo in your ass, you piss in a different direction. You know,
it's weird that you wake up after it's already there and not during the process.
Have you not seen Me, Myself, and Randir?
Oh right, yes, yeah, of course, of course.
It's some of Hook's best work. He plays two characters. Somebody stop me. Different movie, same actor.
Well, I mean, it's multiverse.
I like when Ben has to be my character. He goes off script about as much as I go off script. So we're never getting anywhere.
We don't have a script. So don't let the internet think we have a script. Ben only has a script.
Alluded to script. Yes,
He's another
I am
bandit.
certainly not on script.
There haven't been people here for step around here. I think Arlington still exists as an ideal, as does
I saw the Hunts
Iggy,
Punks have been around forever.
which I suppose
We're the best.
you probably are the
Yeah.
best. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Blueberry Blonde we were part of for a while. It didn't last long.
I didn't
They
even
were
remember
okay.
that one, but I'll save
They
it when
they
it
added
comes
her
up.
in the 5th season to try and
It's-
boost ratings, but it didn't work.
Speaking of ideals, I suppose. You might have already saved Hibernia. Maybe you don't. I can't remember. It's so long ago. I do remember Rua amassed a following. You know, after her, she did this big broadcast. It's great.
I was jealous of that. I thought you could play so many games. Like I Spy with the entire world. It'd be difficult because they wouldn't know what I'd be looking at, you know. But they'd have a lot of things. There'd be a lot of guessing. But it'd be fun. A big game in everyone's head, and you couldn't get out of it. Wouldn't that be the best?
Would be the best.
Woo!
Well, what happened there? To give you, I'm allowed to give you hints because I'm you. So it's fine.
Who would
You
stop
already,
You're
you
the
already
king
know it.
of this
Yeah.
wasteland. You know, no one else is around. It's not Randy's not going to stop you.
No, I mean he was there, I suppose. So he might be able to help
Yeah,
here in this situation if he did want to throw in some random things that would tie some weird guy called Ben in Index. He was. We never went back there.
How do you
Well, we
know
could.
about the index? We
Well, we
promised
could.
never to talk about it.
We couldn't. Rua stole that.
I can still talk about it.
Yeah, you can all talk about it. Essentially, after a broadcast, people began to pray to her, not to the Tuatha the gods of the hand, which led to the death of some gods, or at least weakened, and she did end up, whether it was her directly or through her forces, killing some. She ascended into godhood, which is, it sounds bad, Huck, I know, but it did not make her unbeatable. What I'm trying to say to you is, speaking of ideals like Arlington, like Iggy, like yourself and like Rander, weaken the ideal, not the form, and a god can crumble.
Okay. Are you saying that part of the us going into idealhood might have been killing all the gods off, and also making Rua steal the belief, siphoning off some belief?
No. She found her own ideal.
Could she be the ideal of being a bad mother?
Is that the ideal?
Yeah. I'm just, okay, so she's an ideal too. Well, that was kind of our ace in the hole, you know. The whole being ideals, and we were going to go to fighter. But this godhood stuff, it's a tricky business. This belief, and the humans. And so, is this because of our deal?
This is just time.
Time.
Eventually, it all ends.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that once. So then we should.
You're like significantly far in the future, like almost like untouchably plot-wise far in the future. It's a brilliant place to be.
So you haven't played any games in a while.
Rander and me occasionally play games.
I
And,
haven't gotten him to play it yet.
I came up with one. Very sad. It's called Solitaire. It took off for a while.
I don't know about that. What kind of game? How many players?
Just the
You can't
one.
play a game with one person. That's just called loneliness.
And a little tear. I know. And given that you're top of the round, Huck, in the present, what would you like to do? There is about 50 bandits in front of you. Arlington is slicing through them in a courtyard.
Okay.
A nice juxtaposition to a heartfelt and tender moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, top of the round. 50 bandits closing in on your friend Arlington.
Right, so he looks bad. He looks covered
Badass.
in blood.
Arlington, he looks.
I mean,
looks
backwards
fucking
knees
ready.
and shit, but aside from that,
I'm not that worried. Where are all the spells? How did I think there's a picture of me and a horse?
were his cheeks always pulled back so far I could see down his throat? Yeah, probably. But he seems fine.
I would say a crane couldn't even take his eye out of that.
Yeah.
socket. That's the first thing I think.
Not even a crane.
No, the one thing I can't find is my list of spells. There it is. Nope. Interesting. Fireball. Large fireball.
I love how
There
we
we
spent
are.
that long looking up what you were always going to use.
Yeah.
I was thinking of using other stuff.
Yeah.
No, you-
But this is like built
Yeah.
from the ground up, a fireball situation. This is like, you may as well have like, you're playing a video game and there's like that reticle that shows like the AoE area. You're moving it around. Like, where will I cast my fireball?
Question: have I used all of my previous spell slots from the previous whatever has happened sessions?
Unless you took a long rest, which I don't think you did, then yeah, I think you're low on
fourth level.
spell slots.
Ew, gross.
I'll
Yeah, I've rolled the deck save a couple of times. They all hold on. Let me just double check again. Yeah, even worse than
Am I
last
in
time.
this
All
range?
of them
Do I have to
failed.
roll to save against this?
I'm trying to hit the back of the 50 people.
That's a
I don't know. I don't know how.
Sure.
You might wade straight into the fireball. I'm definitely not thinking about it too much, but I'm not trying to hit you.
That's fair.
yes.
That gives an indication of Ben to choose to do things. Unfortunately, I have to. Oh, I didn't bring a 106, so just give me a second. Vamp there, yeah.
Yeah. At the same time, Arlington, just in case.
No.
Yeah, let's make a. I'm basing this on like previous behavior from Hook. Like,
I'm
give
going
me
to brace for
dexterity
it. And
saving throw.
unfortunately, because it's an AoE spell, I don't get to use
Yeah.
my Shield Master trait. Which is a shame.
Aw.
Go dice. Ooh, 15, which is not great, but it was nearly a 1. Yeah, 15.
I think it doesn't hit healing spell save DC. I think
Well, he
it's
has
like
to-
17.
He used to. Oh no, he doesn't roll. Sorry, excuse me. Yeah.
Yeah, the deck save is against his spell save DC.
What's 11 plus 15 plus 9? It's 6, 30, 35.
35
Yeah, it's
points of
low.
damage.
But I'll take half of that. So that's what? 15, 16, 17. 17.
Good thing I didn't twin it.
That is good. Hopefully he kills all these motherfuckers.
Yeah, it basically takes out every. Like they all have a 11 hit points, and I'm also going to give you Huck the sort of like blast effect that Arlington's sort of cleave horde action was doing.
Oh, drink your fireball.
So,
I'm on screen this whole time. There you go. That's where I get the effect.
nice, yes, yeah, lovely way to do it. Which means that it sets of 3, I think, 33 hit points. So each one takes down 3 more than it would have, and in a
20.
it's a 15-foot radius, 30-foot radius, 20-foot radius, which means that it covers 40 feet. But I'm going to take half of them. So yeah, purely a full 25 of them gone, half in one firebolt, as it just for dramatic effect. Arlington, a horde of people are surrounding you, and they're rushing in towards you, and this little pin of magic just sets off. And unlike a regular fireball, which is this sort of like blast dome effect, it seems to just sort of begin to, almost like a network of information, transfer across these bandits as they all just turn to scorched skeletons in front of you and tumble to the ground, a whole 25 of them, leaving a kind of mound of bones and skulls and quite an impressive little hill. And from that hill, crashing through, another 25 bandits are charging at you. It is your turn as they're scrambling up the bones of their fallen brethren. You see, of course, some of your friends, the Invincible Boy. Who else was in here? We actually didn't have Does That Beat Your AC Slater
he's
appear
fine.
yet.
He's
So
my favorite.
he's still there. Kinniger Scrag is in the corner. He's just like, I kind of quit the
That
group.
is such a relief. I was
It's
like,
so
if you
cool,
make me
baby.
kill Kinniger Scraggs, I will not be happy. He's definitely focused on his little hula girl. Like,
He's he's just having a little cocktail on the side, be like, "What up, baby? Let's see how this
I'm a
shakes
skeeve,
out."
weirdly charming.
Yeah. And I think we've reached the end of my. Yeah, we had rustled feathers and Russell Crowe. Yeah, at the end of my list of stupid men. Yeah, 25 gone. And your turn.
Yeah. Cool. I'm
Arlington.
going to. Okay, having looked around at this like smoldering decimation, Arlington like kind of like panting and breathing, like looking around, pretty convinced that he just did that somehow. Looks down and sees one of his ribs jutting out, and with his like pinky finger that's free, just like push it back in. So I'm going to use my action to use second wind to recover some health, which means I roll a d10 and add 2 to that. So I recover a meager amount of health. That is 4 health. But it's something.
Worth it.
Well, that's my entire charge used up of that until my short rest. And then I'm gonna like yeah, I think the rib doesn't actually, it just slides straight back out.
No, you managed to pop it in. The problem is it's just
another rib pops out the other side.
Pops out and causes the damage. Ah, damn it.
Yeah, healed and
Healed.
injured. So actually, healed for 12 and then take 8 damage. Yeah.
Far better. Every second win should be that, the max healing, and then you just
How
see
much
how
of
much
it
of that you
takes.
actually get.
And then I'm going to charge towards the new bandits and use my rear strad rage to attack with my bonus action and swing with the layer skull axe at these boys.
Yes.
And
Please
that
do.
is going to be reckless as well. So
I don't think second win's a full action. I
It's-
think it's a bonus action. So you can take 2 attacks.
isn't that? Oh, bonus action. You're absolutely right. You are
I think
absolutely
so.
correct. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I'll use my action to attack them, which means I get to attack twice, which means the first hit is going to be 25 to hit. And the second one is a crit. Is anyone
Does-
on D&D Beyond to make sure I'm not fucking cheating? This is insane.
I'm on it. I'll check.
Yeah, I saw it.
Like,
29.
I wrote
Yeah,
them
yeah.
beforehand, being like, any chance you could do
that'd be great.
multi-ball?
He needs it. He needs it. He needs this.
The more crits,
Now
the
that I
better.
check
It's
it,
50
that's not
bandits.
Everything he's been rolling ones all day.
Yeah. So that's going to be. Hang on, I need to add an extra d12 for that because of my barbarian extra adding d12. So that's. So the second hit is. I only get +1. So it's 26 for the crit, and then the regular attack is bad. 7. So plus the rages for each one. So 26 plus 7. I hate maths. Yeah.
33.
No? Yes.
Yes,
So then plus 6 on top
yeah.
of that. So 39. Because for the 2 rage attacks. So 39 damage for the 2 attacks.
Nice.
More than my fireball.
Which takes out a good solid another 3 of them. This horde begin to run towards you, and you start slicing through them, taking out. You're kind of like lopping off knees. You're throwing the axe out, and as it sort of woof, 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 and whirls around, you're just like going straight into like boxer mode, and you're just like deking guys in the cheek. I'm going to say that you're not doing 39 damage to like 3 bandits. You're doing 39 damage sort of distributed amongst 25. So you are like, at times you're just like uppercutting someone for 1, you're getting through, sweeping someone down. There's times where the axe comes to you, there's times where you go to the
tanking
axe.
for the DPS who's
You are,
throwing fireballs from above.
exactly. You're tapping one at the right time as
We're in
they
an
come to
Uncharted
attack
quick-time
you, and
event,
you're just
baby.
blocking,
Let it happen.
popping them back. And as you scream and rage and let out some, quippy one-liners, of which some of more
If
barbarian
anyone
in the
speaks
group,
barbarian, it translates to
understand.
"Yo Hook."
Go
He's having a
ahead.
full-on Adrian Rocky moment.
Yeah. You are hitting pressure points. It's not a lot of damage physically to it. Does take them down in a way that, like, it feels like you are just dancing through. There's a moment where, as an audience, in an upper shot, we see this pile of bones, Arlington running up it, skidding down, and just like knocking down a few people, having a good time. Constantly on the lookout for Tig. I haven't forgotten that's what you're trying to do. But before you find him, you see inside in the banquet hall, Vogue. And he puts a hand out to you and gives you a very quick, "Come get him, boy." And the men at this moment in time seem to step back and almost create a sort of wall of people directing you straight towards him.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to stop you just punching a few when you're by.
Why me?
Yeah, Paul always plays the one who died.
Yeah.
Boy Blade is safe somewhere else. Just managed to avoid it by blading around on the outside, like the boy he is. He's like, "No! I'm powerful, but I need to be pointed in the right direction."
I'll hit you one day, and when I do, bam!
As I'm like squaring up to Vogue, I think the rare thread rage is still deep, but Arlington like looks him in the eye and like just kind of centers himself for a second and just utters, "Lamb hog, gone blood mess." That's pretty much the most coherent thing he can say.
We go top of the round. I've rolled him in on initiative, but he's kind of interestingly not there in the time when he turns up. So Huck, you don't see this. You're up above, but you can see Arlington now walking back towards home with a sort of bloodlust in his eyes, and you do hear below. You recognize the voice of Lamb Hog, and he seems to be in your family like banquet room, not where you're feasting, but where like and bands and like parties would happen. So like more like a function room. You are quite high up. You're like a tower up in the air. For narrative reasons, close enough to the ground to fire a fireball. In fact, actually, Paul drank fireball, so that
I've done that for a while.
You're about that high.
He's doing it all for you, Keelan.
Well,
I guess I'll do another one.
Let me ask you this then. As I'm in the Fey realm and I'm a puka and there's a kind of shifting thing, do I get a free trivial polymorph? Turn myself into a bird and fly down to the...
Sure, absolutely.
Turn myself into a pelican.
Yeah.
The most intimidating of the birds.
Yeah, well, I'm just flying down. Giant. Yeah.
Diviest of the birds. Yeah, you can use your like your full movement as bird will drop you safely to the ground, even though it's quite a long time.
Blast down because I want to, I don't know. I'm pissed off that Lavogue's in my gaff. Like, get out of here! You're not welcome.
Yeah. Yeah. You land. You turn around and you see, the sort of large, heavy curtains draped across the windows and back and the doors of this room, kind of down beside you. So it gives you quite a narrow tunnel vision in. It casts the banquet hall almost in darkness. And in the center of the room, you do see Lavog with his hands outstretched. He looks like he's trying to cast a spell on Arlington.
Counterspell.
And he's channeling energy into himself. These sort of dark crimsons. Yeah, roll counterspell. Actually, yes. Yeah, for the level it is, you would have to roll counterspell. So you need to beat a 15.
Well, it depends what level he's casting counterspell at, right?
It would, but I don't have any higher.
Oh, right.
I did consider that, and I was like, "Oh no,
this is all I got."
Do I add on my?
Yeah, your spell modifier, I think, right?
That would be.
Oh, the spell modifier. Yeah. Unfortunately, 10.
10. That's okay. Dark crimson's purples, like wisps of smoke, rise off his body. His hands are bloody. He's looking at you. When you land, Huck, there's sort of a flash of fear across his eyes. And before they narrow, and he starts to begin to shimmer in and out of place. His voice seems to come from nowhere and everywhere at once. And he turns to Arlington, seeming of casting a spell on himself, and goes, "What are you waiting for?"
Did he
And
always sound like that?
no, I just can't remember what he did.
Okay,
Sound
no,
like.
I'm into it. It works, but I like how he's cast a spell of
Yeah.
smugness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's gone all Galadriel.
Ah, yes, of
Yeah.
course.
What did he do? What did he sound like?
I don't know,
Maybe
but I kind of
remember?
like this. I like that from now on he just sounds
Yeah.
like this. That's character
Kind of
development.
posher. Yeah. As he waits there, having cast a spell of some sort on himself. Arlington, your turn.
Movement and count as a reaction.
Yes.
So,
Yeah. So you've landed. That was your movement.
And then
Yeah,
a reaction is
so-
a reaction. It's its own thing, right?
That's correct. So you still have your action and your bonus action.
So I can. I've used all my. Last one of them. Fireball. No, you know what? Seeing as he's asking for. What's doing in there? Haste. I'm gonna haste Arlington.
Cool.
Two of us can cast spells, Lavog. So casting at a 3rd level.
Can you?
So
Labog. Lamhog.
your speed's doubled. You gain +2 bonus to AC, and you have an advantage on dexterity saving throws. So you gain an additional action on each of your turns as well. The action can only be used to take the attack, a one-weapon attack, a dash, a disengage, a hide, or use an.
Lovely. So that means with your 2 actions plus your bonus action plus another attack, you could theoretically do 4 attacks without having to action surge now that you're hasted.
But it's every time I attack, use an action to attack, I attack twice. Does that apply there?
I don't think with haste. I tried to look this up a couple of weeks ago. I think you can only use your action to do 1 melee attack. I think they specify something along those lines.
Okay.
Am I right in that, Keelan? Did you just say something along those lines?
It's one-weapon attacks.
Oh,
weapon
yeah,
attack,
the haste
yeah.
spell does specify you can. Yep. Cool. So yeah, it's four total attacks. Still, I mean, not turning my nose up at that. That's pretty fucking good.
Yep.
So yeah, that's my go. I buffed him. If
Nice.
the bonus allows me to, it's dark in here, and it's my house.
Mhm.
Can I prestidigitate all the candles on?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I like this use of I for anyone watching 69 episodes in, we followed the rules up till now. There are now ideals. They're no longer players. They're just narrative machines.
Cantrip's not a level spell. Prestidigitation, it's safe.
Yeah, but it is an action.
Oh right, yeah.
So there is a little bit of tomfoolery we're doing here.
Oh, I can technically use a spell as a bonus
Weapon?
action if I spend a sorcery point.
Yeah, you want to do that?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, great.
Just for the
Now
prestidigitation, just for the narrative.
we're back in the rules.
Narrative
Yeah.
speaking, sure. Yeah, we don't be fucking around with all the rules. I can do quickened spell. Yeah, allows me to cast a normal leveled spell as a bonus action, but obviously I can't cast one of them, so I'll cast a cantrip. It's quite cheap actually, so I'll do that.
For delightful visual reasons, I'm going to say that the lights either side, these little candles, as you're approaching and walking into the room, Arlington, light up in pace with you.
Nice. Theatrical. Okay. Before I make my movement, I want to try and let the 5 different consciousnesses within Arlington try and sync up together and be like, okay, we are the embodiment of time. Let's see if we can do everything twice. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and stagger. So Grud will do something and Arlington will do something half a second afterwards. I don't know if I have to roll or if it's just a non-starter, but I want to try and basically...
Like when you get punched in the same place twice in a row.
Yeah, kind of like an after image. So I basically want to try and get 8 attacks.
I like it, but I think the math is technically thrice because there's Arlington, there's Grud, and there's Aramon.
I mean, I didn't want to bring Elf Boy into this, but if you think I can get... I'm not going to turn it down because that becomes, 12?
Yes, it does become 12, and I love it. And I think let's do a...
I'm picturing Omnislash.
Yeah. I love it. I think roll me a straight D20 3 times.
3 times.
No, twice, because you should get your first one automatic. I want you to. What? How do you fall out of Reastrad? We had a condition that you had to beat like a wisdom saving throw or something. Do you have it in front of you?
I
can
have
find
the
it if you
thing
need to.
here. My d20s are an 11 and a 7, by the way, if that matters. It just says you cannot contain the dark rage building within you. As the pressure builds, you feel yourself flying into a terrifying battle frenzy. It doesn't actually say on D&D Beyond.
Let me look it up because I think I have it in my homebrew collection.
Back alley DM specifics.
Yes, I might have that here. Maybe even for people out there who want to use a little
there's a little
Reastrad.
asterisk at the end of this that says your incredibly handsome DM will know more. Ask him. I don't know what that means though. There's a winky face, which I didn't know they could do here.
Do we have an incredible DM somewhere? Right?
I think we have to ask them. Does anyone know the guys from D8 Dungeon? To end the rage early, you must succeed a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw. On a 20 or higher, you avoid taking a level of exhaustion. We're not technically doing that. We're trying to extend the rage to other forms of yourself, which is a lovely level of bullshittery that I think the DC should be lower, because you're suddenly enraging Eramon, the calmest man in the world. And Arlington, you can go both ways. You've got good cop, bad cop, neutral cop, all shitheads. If we're talking about cops,
I think Arlington's neither. Like, he's a calm person, but he also needs people to like him. So he'll act like a dick if he thinks that someone will like him.
Yes, yeah. So your DC is 10. What did you get? You got like an 11 and a something.
17 and 11, I think.
Oh, nice. Then you're good. That's 12 attacks.
Jesus. Yep. 12 attacks.
We might have to do a bit of vamping.
Tell you what, I'm actually going to get a physical die for this one because this is going to take forever on D&D Beyond. But I promise to be honest.
Oh, are they reckless? Because that's 24 rolls.
Wouldn't it be quicker on D&D? Can you tell it like how many dice to roll at the same time?
Yeah, you can just keep, if you go to the dice and just keep clicking it 12 times.
But I have to let the animation play out,
no? Well, I mean, even if you have to watch.
I think it just throws all of them at once.
Yeah, it'll throw them all at once.
Yeah.
But you won't know. This is the difficult part. You won't know which sets of two were the advantage. You know what I mean? Like it's like you roll two dice.
Take them in order if it gives you them in order. Yeah. That's
I'll do a test of 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, we'll try 24 and see what happens. Roll to everyone. Oh God, no! They all happen at once.
Oh, they do.
But,
I haven't seen the result yet. There's still a question mark.
I'm just going to do a quick little screenshot because that's really funny.
Yeah.
We did promise people we would try to play all of D&D all at once, and I think this is promise fulfilled.
Yeah. If it helps, my total damage was 148, which means nothing. I think my screenshot saying came through on the stream, so I apologize for that.
It doesn't show me the breakdown of the numbers. It only shows me the first 5 or first 4.
Okay, I'm just going to do it here real quick because it's physically faster.
That's fine.
Yeah.
In the meantime, have you heard about our partners, Dakota Irish? You can get yourself sets of 24 D20s.
Yeah.
Don't want to be stuck in this problem? Buy a lot of dice.
Exactly that.
He's also got dice if your dice fall off the table.
We should reach out to them and say, hey, can you sell an Arlington amount of dice? They'll only be D12s, D20s.
Oh wait, hang on. No, if I'm doing damage, not attack. Oh no, I'm doing attacks. Never mind. Ignore me. Sorry. Continue to vamp.
Don't get confused. Just roll your D20s.
Yeah.
Arlington, roll them like 6 attacks at a time. Let's do it 3 by 3 because I think the flavor of them will be different depending on your character too.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
A delicate cut.
A slice.
Aha. Take this elven attack. Yeah.
Yeah, the skull splitter axe changes into like a skull splitter like rapier.
A knitting needle.
Little skull splitter
particularly
laser sword.
He actually wields.
Yeah. Insults.
I will cut you with
such
my
great fashion.
Yeah.
3, 4.
Last year called. They want their fabrics back. Yeah.
Oh, I know what I could vamp with. I wrote a your mama's so fat joke. I mean, it doesn't have to be that, but that is the point.
This is not the vamping I was expecting.
Yeah, it could not be that if you want. It could be you're so fat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or not that either.
No, it has to be. The joke involves you being fat. That's the.
Okay.
I can see Ben's kind of disappointment.
It's a classic format of joke. What was it? It's all right because no one's gonna. It's you're so fat that when you got into the sea, Archimedes ran away screaming "Eureka!" It's a volume joke.
Yeah. Delightful for none of the right reasons.
Yeah. It really, I just wanted to make an Archimedes joke, but this is the only format that.
Okay.
I suppose it's a shame that the comedy has lost the ability to make things about volume without applying it to a person. As opposed to just being like, I don't know, big things we own. None of us own anything anymore. That's the other. It's like your house is so big and rich, and you're such a rich cunt that when your house phone to the sea.
That's all you've got now, you know.
Okay.
Phone's got so much data on it.
All right,
so real quick, I've rolled everything. This also looks fucking hilarious. The numbers are ridiculous, but I have to hit is +9, which I haven't done to any of these, and there's a lot of numbers. So would it make sense for you to reduce, just for maths' sake, because I'm stupid at maths, reduce 9 from the AC I have to hit, and then I can just run through and know what hits, because I've got so many numbers here.
Correct.
Okay.
I can do that.
So will I ask what the AC is, or will I just run through all my numbers?
22. 22 minus 9 is 13.
13.
Anything above
13.
Okay,
so that means that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 of the attacks hit.
Okay. I hesitate to ask this because I realize it involves more dice, but please roll some damage.
Okay, so that's going to be...
Well, that can be done all at once, right?
Yes, this can be done all at once. Can I just click this multiple times? No, okay. I'll do D12, so ignore whatever just came up there on DD on clear you. So 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 13. Roll to everyone. That is hilarious. So this is going to be... What's the total? Come on, add it together, please. Don't make me do maths. There we go. So plus, hang on, so every one of those is going to have 8. 8 times 13 added to that, so that's 8 times 13. 104 plus 99. So the damage is 203 damage.
203.
Slashing damage, if it matters.
So it's all with the axe?
Oh, absolutely all with the axe. This is like... Yeah, I'm fully seeing like End of Advent Children fucking Omnislash, like just throwing the thing and then you're following out after like an after image or whatever. Yeah, just all axe. Lair Skull and I are one. My new pet, my familiar.
As you begin to rail on Lambhog, his voice doesn't quieten. In fact, it doesn't seem to even take the impact of these hits. He goes, yes, my son, keep hitting. Every strike just makes me more powerful. And his form begins to shift, and you swear there's times where you cut through his very arms and it hits nothing. As the glamour you were fighting through begins to reveal a man who's like, Arlington, please. Well, my boy, no,
oh
please,
my God,
my boy, not like this. And as you realize you were cutting through bindings and magic glamours and illusions that have been placed in front of a bound and trapped man in the center of a room. And attack after attack is just landing in, and your Riestrad rage is pushing you further and further into this. You're seeing Lambhog's face here. You're trying to attack him. You're hearing his voice echo around the room in front of you as 203 damage is laid into a defenseless. To be fair, he is what you would call restrained, which I think makes everything a crit.
Mm-hmm.
So 406 damage.
He's only a wizard.
Yeah, we don't, you know.
is sliced into this man, but I want you to make a wisdom saving throw DC 15.
Oh, I don't know what this is
Can
for.
I help? I can help. I can do the thing. I
3.
can give him a D4. It's not gonna help.
3.
Oh no. I'm not gonna eat him, am I?
You are
I can't.
filled with such a rage for this man who you just see burning in your mind, and these words are going through you. That's my boy. That's my rage monster. That's my dirty bitch boy. Yeah, keep going. Keep doing it. Yeah. Oh, you're attacking me
No, we're going
bad.
back to the top of the show now.
Yeah, that got sexy in the wrong way.
Yeah, I don't like that. The murder was fine, but
The pleasure was bad. As this voice echoes in your mind, Huck, give me a perception check. This is essentially Ben, the DM, the person, throwing every dice I can to stop this happening. But I am
as
admitting that I am powerless to the dice at this moment.
I've always said, like, as a character, this is awful. As a player, this is fucking brilliant.
This is a great reveal.
In a different D&D game, I was tricked into killing my own mother, and let me tell you, it doesn't feel good. Let me tell you, if someone who's been there and done it, it's bad.
Arlington, let me offer you a bit of advice. I know I've thought about it. I know it's tempting. I know it's tempting.
It sounds fun. And let me see. Perception, sorry. Got distracted by Patricide. I was talking patricide.
Patricide?
Patricide's what he's talking about. Patricide.
Step patricide?
Yep.
Yeah. I rolled 12.
Yeah, not enough.
Wait,
unfortunately.
I can do my fucking Tides of Chaos. I get a reroll.
Well, I can't wait to talk about this one at stand up in the morning. What did you guys do for the evening? I murdered my fantasy dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's fine. But if I cast another spell, I have to roll the wild magic table or potentially roll the wild magic table. But let's go on. That's worse. So.
Arlington. If Tig was a fresh, crisp, delightful pint poured by your favorite bartender, in such a way that you knew by drinking it, it would such surpass his HP that there is no coming back from this. How would you down that?
You know what? If I had to describe Tig the pint in this moment, he would be a pint of Guinness in the Soho district in London. There's no head. So he's just headless, and then steadily gets shorter and shorter as Arlington works his way down, because his hatred for Law of Vogue is just, I want to obliterate this person down to atoms. Now, he doesn't know what an atom is, but yeah, he just wants to like head off and then just like start obliterating the body so it's like fucking mush, and then he catches the head before it hits the ground, and he's nose to nose with it, and the goal is to scream at Law of Vogue that he's won, that he's better than him, but I don't know if the illusion holds after Tig has deceased.
It's not Tig's choice, it's Law of Vogue's. And as that final scream leaves your mouth, Law of Vogue drops the spell, and you are face to face with Tig. And there's no roll strong enough. There's no dice possible enough. There's no situation more sobering enough that it's like an automatic nat 20 on a wisdom saving throw. Your Reestrad drops. The exhaustion sets in.
As soon as the rage drops, like crippled with exhaustion, Arlington just lets out, "Papa?"
And like the head in Goat of War, he responds.
It was actually lava all along.
Should have stopped when you were ahead. There is no response from Tig, understandably. Part of me was like, this cleave rule we've been using, Goat and Citra are somewhere nearby. Get them out of the way too. But no, we will leave them safely somewhere else.
Such a great way to cut down on the amount of voices you have to remember.
Yeah, but I loved doing Tig. How could you do this to me, Wes?
How could you? When we started this campaign. Oh, now I have to learn how to do a Cork accent. Now you don't want him dead. Which do you want?
Yeah. He wanted him dead.
Choose.
He's just complaining now.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one who put him in this position.
There were some other things I wanted to try cram into this episode, but I don't think we should, because I think with Arlington holding the head of Tig McGuinness in front of him, and potentially feeling his eyes just... I don't think I've ever fainted, maybe once, but it feels like darkness just closes in on you and you don't realize it's happening until it's too late, as Arlington and exhausted. Paul?
As you stare into Tig's severed head, blood seeping down from the forehead, you slowly see the light of your father's life go out.
Ooh. Well, that's chilling.
That's a wonderful way to end the show. We will be back in 2 weeks' time, on September 27th, I believe. Until then,
Sorry, I just saw Isaac.
look after yourselves.
Fun.
Be sound. ... Good night, and joy be with you all.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
See you later, guys.
Such fun, my
Tune in
friends.
2 weeks from now.
Why, Bevel?